is where I'm from. See where I'm from, we don't use no gas and burners. We don't rip no corners. We're straight money earners. Put you to sleep, make your whole family mourners. When we're done with you, they're gonna have to pick your ass up at the corners. Me and my crew will hit you with that right left. Leave you toothless, yeah, cause we're ruthless. Yeah, that's some true shit. You don't wanna mess with cheddar in this camp. We left you cats in the ambulance. Yeah, food stands, leave your clothes bloody and damp. Then we're scooping up your trends. By the way, where I'm from. 508 is where I'm from. 508 is where I'm from. See, I'm repping that medicine place media. My producer Gio likes the way I flow like an encyclopedia. Whack cats are on me like bad bacteria. That they get directed from a dusty-free lunch cafeteria. Central Mass is where I reside, where you can't run and hide. I can verify that we're statewide, leave you horrified because you're unqualified. I'm just glad I survived. Time for me to put it in the overdrive, leaving these cats petrified, hitting you with the right hook right in your hard drive, taking these chunks, taking nosedives, taking their girl in the whip on a test drive.
We live. All right, what's up, Turtle Riders? How are y'all doing out there tonight? Everybody good? We got a nice little crowd rolling in here. That's nice to see. I have shared this link to the Clarence Woods Emerson Facebook page and the Turtle Boy Sports Forever Facebook page. If you're on that platform, you should definitely go ahead and share that for me. Twitter Turtle Boy has also gone out and tweeted it out for the world. We got like 15,000 followers on there almost. Can you believe that? That was more than I ever had on Twitter. So I'm not even allowed on Twitter, as you guys know. So I have to have, we got a couple Turtle Riders on there who take care of that and run that account for us. It's awesome. And the Turtle Boy Quotes account. You should definitely follow the Turtle Boy Quotes account because that account is fantastic. So go ahead and retweet that if you're on the Twitter machine. Let people know we live, we out here. Give this video a like. I heard that helps. At least that's what all the freaking pedo poachers and frauditors, they all do. They all tell you to like their videos. I don't know. So like it. Subscribe if you haven't already. You know the deal by now. Let people know we're out here. This is how you watch us. It's going to be awesome. All right, so got a great program for you guys tonight. We're going to be revealing the Ratchet Madness Champion, talking about some things. I'm flying solo tonight. If anybody wants to call in, they're more than welcome to. But we got quite the program because I got definitely an we got a person I'm going to call up tonight that was actually featured in a story. A good person, actually a protagonist this week. So we're making a phone call, having a little conversation there. But we got some good stuff on the agenda tonight. Just a reminder, guys. I will, basically we've been demonetized by YouTube. Not basically. We have been demonetized by YouTube because of Bristol. But it's been a blessing in disguise because they take 30% of all Super Chat donations. So, Turtle Boy always has to win in the end. These people try to take us down, but we just come back stronger. So we have at the top of pinned to the top of this link is the Turtle Boy fundraiser page. And if we can raise 150 in the Turtle Boy fundraiser by the end of the show, I got a freestyle for you. And it's Puff Daddy tonight. It's a good one. You're going to want to hear this one. So if we can raise up to $150 in a super chat, we're going to make it happen. So yeah, of course we have a freestyle. Absolutely. So if Turtle Rider, and if you leave a comment when you donate, I will read the comment on air periodically. So definitely go ahead and feel free to do that. I can see Blippy Marie in there sharing the link. That's great. That's fantastic. Oh, Gupta Patel's in the house. So go ahead, share this up. Let people know we are out there. We are live. We're doing our thing. And let's get this audience up. All right, so how we like to start off every episode, folks, is a little thing called Where You Reppin'. I like to know where the audience is from. I like to know where you're watching the program from tonight. So let me know in the comments, where are you reppin' tonight? Go ahead. All right, Tucson, Turtle. Let's see. Athol's in the house. Auburn, Plymouth Beach, Portsmouth, New Hampshire, Melrose, Warwack, Billerica, East Bridgewater, London, Charlotte, North Carolina, excellent. Cape Cod, Whitman, Ipswich, Woonsocket, Sandwich, Methuen, Conway, Nashua, Patterson Dorm by way of Hopkinton. Absolutely. I wasn't allowed in Patterson Dorm, so I don't know what it's like in there. Atlanta, Georgia. Alpine, Texas. Randolph. Worcester. Long Island. Bridgewater. And if you guys want to know that story, I'll tell you that later. I was banned from a dorm. Long story. Fall River. Brockton. Jefferson. Arizona. Apache Junction, Arizona. All right. Mattapoisett. Albuquerque. Wilmington, West Bridgewater, Marshfield, Manchester, New Hampshire, Chicago, no flap rimmed hat though, excellent. Auburn, St. Louis, Missouri, that's a new one. Lunenburg, West Quincy, Gupta's Bosom, excellent. Newton Trap House, Burlington, Vermont, Fall River, Jefferson, Springfield, Hanscom Air Force Base, Leicester, West Tisbury, Lowell. Tell Leah to unblock me. Okay. I'm sorry. She's way harder than Mod. He says, okay. Junkman says it. Whitehorse Beach, Manomet, Providence, Charlton, Brattleboro, Vermont, Arlington, Smithfield, Denver, Colorado. That's a new one. South Hadley, West Roxbury, Billerica, Putnam, you name it. The Happy Hindu Mart. Ooh, we got Gupta in the house. Medford's in the house. 908 New Jersey. 01605. That's a Worcester. Wakefield, Amesbury, Bellingham, Auburn, Southbridge, you name it. If I missed you, Richmond, I see there. Milford. Sorry if I missed you. Ooh, we got an Australian house too. All right, so without further ado, we're gonna have a good program tonight. How we're gonna start is we need to do the Ratchet. I think we need to figure out who won Ratchet Madness, don't we, folks? So let's do it, shall we? I'll tell you one thing right now. It was like the final vote was like I have to go look. Last I saw it was like 59 to 41. It was huge voter turnout. But we're gonna do a little song to this. Last year when I did this, when I played Luther Vandross, I got a copyright strike, so I'm not risking that again. So I'm gonna sing to you people. I've never sung before on here. I'm gonna make my singing debut. I'm gonna have to sing this song, but I need a little warm up. So let's see if we're ready for this. Let's get it. All right, because I did my own lyrics to this, Ratchet style. Okay, here we go. Guys got that beat? Here we go. The Henny came. The flap rims on. You're selling your food stamps. You're a football star in all the scams. But they don't know that only God can judge. And now we know. In one shining moment, the Ratchets did come. In one shining moment, they present their case. And Turtle Riders voted for the worst that society had to offer us. And down they went to open GoFundMes. They're also fucking bad. But now we know. In one shining moment, their ratchet shone through. In one shining moment, you knew. You weren't so bad. The time has come to find out who is more rational than more. It was up to you. You read the blogs. You cast your votes. Then we got it down to 2. So now it's time to see Lorena or Nikki. They both are so bad. One is a psycho, the other's a whore. They both are so bad that it's time to keep score. But in one shining moment, it had to be her. In one shining moment, we knew it was her. Cut. How was that? the singing debut. So there's your champion, folks. There's your champion. I'll be doing the freestyle later. So the winner was Nikki Evans. She's our Ratchet Madness champion. We need like a Ratchet Madness Mount Rushmore. She won with like 59% of the vote. And I think she deserved it. I voted for her. I think she was more worthy of that. I endorsed her for that. You have three dogs howling. Hope you guys like the song. It was hardly an upset. She was definitely the favorite to win. As soon as she took down Bristol Blarney, I thought it was a wrap. I mean, that was the closest she came. She got like 51 or 52% against Bristol Blarney, I want to say, and then murdered Kylie and took out Lorena, who was almost untouchable prior to that. So Nikki is your fourth Ratchet Madness champion. She goes down with the likes of Trashley Lasapiho and Didi Delgado, and of course Ryan Waters. She is our fourth annual champion, and there will be more. So Dave wants to call in. Dave can call. I mean, Dave, you got to add. So Cullinan, if you're listening right now, you got to add at Aiden Knows on Skype. That's the only way I can talk on here. So call at Aiden Knows, AIDANOSE on Skype, at Aiden Knows. Just call me that way, and we can do it that way if you want to call in. Because, I don't have a producer, so I'm doing this by myself. All right, so I thought it was a worthy champion. Do your thing. I mean, she's fucking bad, man. She drove her freaking husband, who was like a well-liked guy, to suicide by banging everybody in town. Everybody. Well, not everybody. Just a lot of guys, including people she worked with. She literally drove him to suicide. She was there when he had a freaking gun, and she just left. I mean, she's as bad. And then it's what she did after that. The attention seeking, the look at me, and she's still on Facebook posting away like nothing happened. She's banging other dudes, bringing more dudes home. She's as bad as you get. So she was a well-deserving champion. Lorena Cali is just a fucking psycho. I'm happy Lorena lost too, because I fucking hate Lorena. Anyway, I love the graphics, by the way. Shout out to Laura from London, because this is just the greatest graphics I've ever seen in my life. I mean, just look at that. That is fantastic. So, all right. So without further ado, let's get started, guys, on our first topic of this evening. What are we going to start with here? Let us start with, I'm going to start with the Tyrannosaurus Rex blog. All right, let's pull this one up. All right, I'm going to tell Dave to Skype me in. All right, hold on, I just got to message him real quick. Let him know if he wants to call in. All right, so let's talk about this one. All right, so you guys saw this story out of freaking Gloucester, right? This is a big story. Just wait till the masks are mandatory. That's when things are going to get really interesting. So there was a woman in Gloucester who was going for a walk with her 7-month-old child, crotch root, if you will, and they're walking along, and this woman gives them a comment in passing. So they're passing on kind of like somewhat of a narrow bridge situation there in a village of Gloucester. And when this happens, she gets a comment like, "Where's your mask?" Something rude like that. And she turns around when she reaches the end of the bridge. It's like a down and back situation. And this woman is literally waiting there like a freaking troll with a goddamn stick in her hand. I mean, if you haven't watched this video, this is just something else. We got to watch this.
Because I'm not wearing a mask. Are you taking a video of me and my daughter as well? Because I'm not wearing a mask? Is that what you've got to do today? Get my daughter out of your creepy ass picture, please, and don't. Why are you pulling out a stick?
Why are you pulling out a stick,
And why are you standing in my way? I'm on the phone with the police right now. What's your name? What's your name? No, get out of my way. Ma'am, get the fuck out of my way.
I love that part.
Get the fuck out of my fucking way, and don't you dare come near me and my fucking daughter again. Do you realize you just swung a stick at me?
Look at this bitch smiling. Look at that smile. Look at that thing. This woman has never been so proud of herself in her life. Just look at this shit.
Daughter again. Do you realize you just swung a...
Look at that. That's a big freaking smile. Just look at this. That is the face of pure evil right there. Like, fuck it. God, I hate these people. God, I hate them. You know how I feel about Karens, right? We all feel the same way. A Karen is a self-appointed, enforcer of the laws, if you will, who has never felt more empowered in her entire life. Karens literally exist to enforce rules that don't even exist, right? And now they do exist, some of these rules. And these women they're the Gestapo. They are the ones out there policing society and making sure that their rules are goddamn followed. Okay, we got Cullen. Cullen's going to be my guest tonight.
Yes.
What's happening, dude?
Yes.
Excellent. Welcome to the show.
Hold on, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, hold on. I can't see you, though.
You don't need to see me. You know what I look like.
No, I know what you look like, but I kind of want to see you.
You can have the stream on. Just turn the stream on silent.
Should I just go to YouTube?
Yeah. You'll be good.
How you do it awkwardly when we do the Jerry Callahan
Exactly.
show?
So this is Dave. Dave's going to be my guest tonight. My co-host, if you will. He's
By the way, did you have nothing going for you? And I tweeted. I made one tweet, and somebody was like, "Turtle Boy, add Dave to the chat."
To what chat?
To this chat.
Oh,
how did I coerce my way into this right now?
I got a text from you. I got a text from the Twitter Turtle Boy because I didn't have a guest tonight, and so I don't know if he reached out to you.
Oh, so you're desperate. All right, so I just timed it.
Right, you got lucky. Tonight's your big night, so you got me on solo night. So welcome to the show. We'll piggyback along here.
Hold on, before we go on, can your people see me? Or
Yes.
just hear me?
You got a little thing in the top right.
No, they can see me right now?
Yeah, is that okay with you?
Yeah, but I want to see what I look like. I need to see the feed.
I know what you look like. It's not pretty.
Oh, I care about the other people.
Okay. So anyway, Dave is the producer of the Jerry Callahan podcast, which I'm on every Monday as of right now. It was Thursdays.
John Moynihan? What did you just say? Dave is the producer of what?
Of the Jerry Callahan podcast.
You made it sound like John Moynihan. I don't know what the fuck you just said. All right, go on.
Okay.
Sorry.
So he's the producer of the Jerry Callahan podcast. I'm on there every Monday. You guys should definitely subscribe to that channel on iTunes. You should like the page on Facebook. You should follow it on Twitter, all that shit. So I'm on every Monday. I used to be on Thursdays, but ratings were low, so they needed to bring me in on Mondays. And so now, I do what I can. I'm a team player. I help out.
All right, so are we going to actually say what happened? So the fact of the matter is, we just kind of wanted to switch it up to see what would happen if we switched it up, right? Because everybody was on consistent days, yourself included, and we wanted to see what would happen. And you are such a shit talker that you think that what happens with you moves the needle with the show. I love you. Like, I want you as much involved as possible, and you know that. I text you all the time.
Yes.
But the reality is, it's the Jerry Callahan show.
Of course.
I don't give a fuck if it's like RuPaul is the co-host or who the fuck out, like Peyton Manning. Doesn't matter. It's Jerry Callahan show.
I realize that if I died tomorrow, the show would go on and it would be just fine. However, it would not accelerate at the rate it's going right now. Put it that way. I'm kind of necessary because the other guests, they got no platform, particularly Mute.
Completely disagree.
Completely
disagree. And I have all the respect in the world for you, but I completely disagree.
Wrong.
First and
Shattuck, at least, the Wednesday guy, Tom Shattuck, at least is the producer of the free. I mean, at least he's a name. He's a blue check mark. He's like an editor of a newspaper. He's kind of well known in conservative circles. He's an entity. All right. Reamer, douchebag, but he's a blue check mark. He's got like 15,000 followers on Twitter. Somewhat of a known entity. Mute is a nobody. He's an absolute nobody. And he's like literally the fourth guy because there's 4 shows.
But you shit all over.
He's not good.
Should we just jump to me defending Mute?
No, we can talk about that later. We got to talk about Ratchets now. We're talking about this chick in Gloucester. Did you see the story?
I read a lot of your stories, but go on, describe it a little bit more.
Right. This is the typical kind of woman who's kind of empowered by people like you, cowards, who hide in their homes and don't want to get involved. So she's out here. She's taping this random woman who's just going for a walk with her kid God forbid she doesn't have a mask on, which is completely legal, by the way, at the time. So
Yes.
here she is smiling, and let's watch what happens towards the end. I love the way this woman handles it.
Stick at me and my 7-month-old daughter, you fucking freak! Get the fuck away from me!
Throw her in.
What's your fucking name? They're on speaker. What's your fucking name?
She pretends she's calling the cops. She's not really calling the cops.
What's your fucking name?
Watch
Get
this.
my fucking stick away from me and get the fuck out of my way!
She's about to walk into the street. I got so
And
excited.
get the fuck
Watch
away
this. A
from
car's
my
coming.
daughter. Now!
Oh, I thought she was going to do it. Just kill you. Do
You
it.
fucking
Walk into that car. I wanted her to do it
Are you
so
fucking
bad.
serious?
I wanted her to do it. So, first of all, this mother is a goddamn American hero. I just would like to say that right now. She has since taken her Facebook page down because this story went kind of viral, especially in conservative circles, because it kind of fits the agenda. Because we also found out later on, Cullinan, that do you see what this woman does for work?
I didn't see.
Guess.
No.
What would you guess?
God. You tell me.
She is an elementary school teacher in Wakefield.
Oh, of course.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So she teaches ELL there, and she's got this whole video of like, I miss the kids, blah 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 blah. She is the reason that the Charlie Bakers of the world feel empowered because of people like her. Because they know that the more restrictions they put on us that are completely unnecessary, right? The more people like her are going to have his back. Because all they care about, in their mind, if you take away somebody's right or you force somebody to do something, you are saving lives. That's just the way they frame everything. But the fact of the matter is, they're not. Do you think masks are saving lives?
I don't think masks are saving lives right now, but this is exactly what I said to you and Jerry this week, is the entire country, the majority of people think that masks are saving lives right now. So we're not assholes. Like I know
Who
where
cares
you
what you
stand
think?
on the majority of issues, but you're not an asshole as a person. Like you would like to help your neighbor if you could.
That's not helping.
And if your neighbor is put at ease with you wearing a mask, you're gonna wear the fucking
That's
mask.
bullshit. No, I'm not. Are you kidding me?
Yes, you are.
You think if I
Yes,
give a
you're
shit?
not an asshole. You're not an asshole.
I know I'm not. You don't have to be an asshole. Like, first of all, it's not my job to kind of go along with your irrational fears, right? It's not if you have this ridiculous fear of something that really has no basis in science, it is not my job then to go along with it and pretend like it's some sort of legitimate thing.
But you admit that the majority of people are in on that fear.
Oh,
right?
they're
Like,
morons. The majority of Americans
yeah.
are absolutely morons. No doubt about it. Never debated that.
So you have no desire to just appease those people?
Quite the opposite.
Even not even just like the people that you don't know. Like, let's just talk about, like, my whole family is like that. Like, they will not let me come near them. I was asking my sister, even just the socially distance in their driveway, they want no part of it. You know what I mean? Like, so
that's ridiculous.
Don't you want to appease some people from a level of normalcy?
Why should I? That's like saying Bill Maher had a good rant on this last night. Like Howie Mandel.
Bill Maher, you keep doing it.
He's great. Bill
Maher
had a great rant on this last night because Howie Mandel is one of those like germaphobes. He's like ridiculously afraid of everything, right?
Yeah.
But society doesn't cater to that because he's sick. And these people that honestly believe this, they are sick. They have corona derangement syndrome. They believe things that aren't okay. So the mask shit. So we got a new law coming out this week with the fucking masks, right? Riddle me this. I go into a store and I don't have a mask on. Somebody else does, right? They are wearing a mask. How am I a threat to them?
You're not.
There you go.
You're just not.
So what's the point?
No, you're right. I mean, at the end of the day, it's about appeasing people, unfortunately. It's about appeasing the people because exactly what I said this week, which was that the media has unfortunately scared the shit out of people, is the reality. And my take is, I understand it. I'm reading about it. I'm watching it. I'm learning more and more about it. But if I can help make somebody else feel safe while I'm accomplishing what I need to do, I'll bite the bullet and do what I have to do.
That's ridiculous.
You know what I mean? I'll wear the mask.
Into their
if I
irrational
still am able to buy my groceries, right? If it doesn't matter if I wear a mask or not. If I'm making sure that people around me feel safe, then that's fine with me for some reason.
What?
So call me a pussy, but that's
no. I don't call you. It's not that you're a pussy. You're an enabler. Because I am the one helping these people. I'm the one bringing them back to reality to let them know, no, you are not. And by the way, you don't have to wear a mask on Wednesday when this new law takes place. Which, by the way, I love. Like, it's so serious that we have to wait 5 days to implement it. By the way, it's that much of a public health threat, and you don't have to because you're asthmatic, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. So, according to the law, you are not required to.
People just bury me because I try to bring up. I'm not a pussy. Like I'm not. Well,
kind
yes,
of.
I am a.
Yeah, you
I
are.
am a pussy. I am a pussy.
Yeah,
but I'm not like. I don't know. I'm kind of a fighter about it. I'm just trying to make everything go. Do you know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, you can argue all you want, Turtle Boy. The reality is, 75% of the country disagrees with you.
That's fine.
I understand.
Yes, they'll come around.
Like I believe in what you're saying, and I appreciate what you're saying. But at the end of the day, that like your cause, you can fight all day long, but what impact does it have?
Oh, it has a great impact. I am a mover of. I move the needle. I am an influencer of minds. That's my job. And the more people like me out there that are out there speaking truth to power and are contradicting the lies that we're being told, that actually matters. Eventually, people will come around. Because I would estimate when this first started, I was
right now. Does it matter? Right now, does it matter?
Yes.
Everyone is scared shitless right now.
They
still,
shouldn't be.
And I'm amazed by that.
Media.
By the way, I would have thought that it would have been like completely turtling at this point. I would have thought everyone would have been over it at this point, but it feels like it's getting worse and worse. Like people are getting angrier and angrier that they're in their house, but it's not necessarily like at the politicians who are telling them what to do.
Yeah.
It's they're getting angrier and angrier, but following along with what people tell them to do at the same time.
No, what you're doing, your whole bullshit is enabling people like this who go out and then harass innocent people who are walking along because they want to violate. Like, you've created this monster. This is largely your fault. You know that, right? This woman?
Shut up.
It is. No, if it wasn't for people like you.
I'm appeasing
You're appeasing
random people that I don't know. I don't agree with them, but I'm appeasing them.
Yes, and then this is the result. You did this. So, well, good job. Well done. Are you proud of yourself?
All right,
okay.
Make your point.
So, anyway, I just want to say that a lot of people in this situation would not have handled it the way this mother did. And I fucking love this woman. I absolutely freaking love this woman because she wasn't here for your bullshit. I'm sorry. You want to fucking fuck with me? You want to tape me? Bother me? Don't tape my fucking 7-month-old baby. What are you doing? What the hell are you holding a goddamn stick for? What do you think? I'm going to attack you with my 7-month-old baby? What are you going to even do with that video? So, no. People like this are the problem. And I laughed at Jerry a few weeks ago when I said that schools couldn't be open, right? That he said the schools should be open. The more you think about it, I did. Right. I was wrong. That, yeah. Why shouldn't schools be open? Why?
Because at the end of the day, kids can still, even though they're young and they're not going to be impacted by it for the most part, they can still pass it to other people.
Wrong.
They're still older individuals.
Wrong.
Wait, is that completely factual?
That is completely unfactual. New studies are now coming out that shows kids don't even transmit the disease. At all. They are somehow freaking immune to this.
Still, I mean, come on. There's still older teachers at school. Like, first of all, who teaches the kids?
Who cares if there's older teachers? Because guess what? You know what the bottom line is? Coronavirus, and this is a matter of fact, is a pussy disease. It is a disease that so many people have had without knowing it. If you can get a disease and not even know you had the fucking disease, it is a pussy disease. What kind of disease is that? I get any other disease, I know I'm sick. Somehow you can get coronavirus and not even freaking know it. And we're hiding from this. This is fucking insane. What a country of pussies we have turned into, dude. Thank God the Japanese didn't bomb us this year instead of 1941.
By the way, your commenters are off the chains. I mean, first of all,
they're the
I'm
best.
Not an asshole. I'm just trying to bring up. I agree with a lot of what Turtle Boy says. I'm just a pussy where I kind of like get along to go along, or go along to get along, however you say that. I just try to like make people happy. I'm not that fighter. Turtle Boy's the fighter.
Yes.
I'm not the fighter. Didn't you say that last week?
No, you're absolutely. I agree.
Fighter.
Nice little yin.
I'm not the fighter.
There's some
I let
yin and
people
yang.
like you fight for me. So I guess I am a pussy at the end of the day.
I do fight for you.
I'll wear a mask if it makes someone else feel safe. Even though I don't necessarily agree that I need to be wearing a mask as I walk down the fucking sidewalk and nobody's around me. But if somebody else feels more comfortable about it, I'll just do it.
Yeah.
Who the fuck cares at the end of the day?
I care. By the way, I want to go through real quick and thank a couple people who have donated to this. Let's see, because we do clearly have enough for the freestyle here. I just reviewed it. Nick says, TB is my spirit animal. Keep fighting the good fight. A1 since day one. Atta baby Nick, thank you. Suzanne says, halfway there and living on a prayer. Thank you, Suzanne. Bev Millward, thank you very much. Aaron Pritchard says, fuck her. I'm assuming that's talking about Nikki Evans, this year's Ratchet Madness champion. AJB says, for your mask. Thank you. I won't be wearing one, but I'll buy something else with that. Chris Rios, very generous donation, says, ride the turtle. Keep up the great work. Thank you very much, Chris. Anonymous. Then we have Adam Delory says, fuck Fojo. We're going to talk about Fojo later. The attorney who's taking me. I got to go to fucking court.
Wait, what are you announcing right now? These are people donating.
These are people who donate. So I do a freestyle at the end if we raise enough money, and it's like 150, and they've gone way over that. So
what are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? You do a free. What is you do?
You've
a
never
freestyle?
Listened to the live show?
I mean, I listen.
Oh,
here and
you're gonna
there,
find
not,
out.
Like,
you're gonna see. You're gonna see you're gonna like the freestyle at the end. You're not gonna get content like this anywhere else. Adam says, "Fuck Fojo. Here is some gas money, Disney money." Or whatever the fuck you want to spend it on. Thank you, Adam. Jay Curtin says admission price to Freestyle Ratchet. And Joanna Boyer, thank you very much. We really appreciate all you guys. You guys are the best. Because I do have court on Thursday. This attorney, it's a long story.
I saw that.
Yeah, he's. I got served with it yesterday in the Chick-fil-A parking lot. I met with the sheriff's guy there because I don't want to meet. I told the sheriff, so I'm like, can you stop coming to my house? You're scaring my kids. So I got to meet with them at the Chick-fil-A parking lot. And I got the paperwork, and I called the court. I'm like, I figured it would be virtual. It's like, no, you got to come. I'm like, what do you mean? I thought this was like for serious things. They're like, a restraining order is serious. I'm like, well, this one's fucking not. This is a joke. This is a grown man. Like, oh, don't even get me started. I did a whole show on it the other day. Anyway, thank you guys for that. Back to this story real quick. Where'd it go?
Wait, hold on. Before you go on, I'm watching the comments come in as you do this. Is that like Jinduso? Is she in on every week with you?
Oh, Leah's. Did you see the interview I had with Leah like 2 months ago?
She's commenting. I saw the interview, but she's commenting. She's
she's a regular commenter.
I like putting faces to the comments, and to be honest with you, she's a hot chick. So I just like I noticed it, and I kind of
that's the real Leah.
Oh,
yeah, she's a turtle rider. Yeah, so
cool.
So anyway, back to this chick. This chick is freaking a goddamn American icon, what she did. I can't speak highly enough of her. And that Tyrannosaurus Rex lady is symptomatic of everything that is wrong with our society today. And if you think it's bad now, wait till goddamn Wednesday. They're sitting there circling that day, and they cannot fucking wait to just, now that it's going to be quote-unquote illegal. And the police are the ones that are going to be put to the test. Do they side with the people, or do they side with tyranny? Because I know a lot of cops that are telling me, I'm not doing shit. I didn't sign up to be a goddamn meter maid to go around ticketing people for fucking being out in public without a goddamn mask. All right, let's go on to the next topic. The next one up there was an incident, Dave, over the last summer. There was a jogger that it made the news that was running along the Charles River in Cambridge, and blonde chick. So she's running along. And all of a sudden, this dude fucking pulls his pants down and flashes her, right? And she runs around and goes and fucking tackles him. The dude ends up getting away, but they got some film of it or whatever, and they put it out there. And I forgot about the story. This was like last July. I didn't follow up on it. I didn't know.
So dude whips his dick out.
Yes.
She decides to tackle him? Is that what you said?
She turned around, ran him down, and tackled him, yeah. Because it turns out he fucked with the wrong chick. This chick is literally like a former Israeli soldier. She's from Israel. First of all, I don't fuck with people from Israel. Israelis are the toughest people in the world, male and female, because it's like the only country in the world where military service is required, and their entire existence is constantly threatened. So they're constantly on the alert. They're surrounded by people who hate them, and they don't give a fuck. Because they're literally a country that was founded by Holocaust survivors, right? People that were just said, I ain't putting up with this shit anymore. When they said never again, they meant it. And so this chick's Israeli. And she's not, she didn't come to America to have some flaccid douchebag show him his dick on a run. She wasn't having it. So anyway, this chick is like a self-made woman. She's a single mother, and she put up a video on Facebook that came to my attention, and it was really like pretty fucking like sad, like depressing, and it goes along with my opinion and my whatever. So I wrote about it. So this is a clip of this. She's like not destitute,
videos like that, but I decided to share.
Let me skip to this part. So she's out of work because she's like a motivational speaker and a personal trainer.
Nobody forced me to have kids, and I don't expect anybody to take responsibility for them. But their father walked away on us. We don't have his support in any way, not mentally, not physically, not financially.
Basically, I'll give you the gist of it. It's a 5-minute video. Is that she is no longer able to work, right? Because she is her own boss. She's a personal trainer and a motivational speaker. And she can't do either of those things now. Why? Because the government forced her to be unable to work. And so now she's basically, she hates it because she doesn't believe in that because she's like a self-made, grizzled Israeli woman. And she just hates the idea that now she is dependent on the government to just give her a check. And quite frankly, it's not enough. And on top of that, she could be able to work. She could go out and do things, but the problem is childcare. There's no daycares open. So if you're a single mom, that's not even an option, dude. And this is one thing I hate. I reached my breaking point on Friday. Let me tell you this. My wife is upstairs. My wife's a teacher. So she's upstairs on a Zoom call. And she announces, I'm downstairs with the kids, and she goes, I got to do a Zoom call. They can't come upstairs. They can't come upstairs. I have a 2-year-old son. When he hears that, that's like a goddamn invitation to go upstairs. I'm like, what'd you have to say to it? And so the entire time she's up there for like an hour, it's just me trying to prevent this screaming, crying child from going up the stairs because he knows he can't go up the stairs. Okay? I got no work done. And I'm like, I can't fucking do this anymore. I had nowhere to put this fucking kid. And I know I'm not the only one out there who feels this way. I know a lot of other parents are like this way. It's like, I love my kids. I need to drop them off somewhere. They need to go to daycare for a bit. I got to work. We got shit to do around here, okay? Anybody who's from a home with multiple working parents or just one working parent, right? A single mom, whatever, like this, knows the feeling. And there's no danger whatsoever to have it. There's no reason at all daycares cannot be open in this country. There's no reason. It's fucking ridiculous. It's just another rule to have a rule. So this chick said that she'd call in. Let me call her up. All right. David, do you live streaming the wedding? Unc will be in court. What's she talking about? Oh no, talking to another turtle rider, another David. What else are people saying? Well, this loads.
I'm watching the comments.
Yeah, it's good shit in the comments.
You're fucking going crazy.
Yeah.
Who are you calling right now?
Hi, Aya.
Yep.
Is that how you pronounce it?
Yes.
Hi, welcome to.
Got it right.
Welcome to the show.
I'm happy to be there.
Yes. So we were just talking about your video, and I'm with you in that, like, I reached my breaking. I have 2 kids, and one's 2 and one is 4. Actually, one of them, it's her freaking birthday in 3 days. Today was supposed to be her birthday party, but of course she can't have a birthday party because really there's no reason for her not to. Just people are scared, so we can't have a freaking birthday party. But I feel your pain because I watched your video, and I understand the lack of childcare is making it impossible for you to work, correct?
It is correct. I also just celebrated my son's birthday 2 days ago.
Oh, happy birthday.
As much as that possible. It's not only lack of childcare, it's the fact that society does not function in those settings. Now, we obey the rules for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, when it's going to end. Is there any ending to that, or it's just going to last forever?
Right, and I think that's the big problem here, is that there's no end date in sight. Like, they just keep saying 2 more weeks. When they initially did this, it was going to be like 2 or 3 weeks. That's what they told us. And then it's like, we're going to extend it. And then we're going to extend it some more. And then the curve got flattened, but yet restrictions are coming more. Like, did you see on Wednesday you have to wear a mask now in public?
Exactly. That's another thing that I disagree with. I don't think there is any right to nobody in a free country like America to force any kind of face covering. Again, I respect people who are terrified and really afraid for their lives, and there is a solution to that. They have the choice to stay at home. The middle class, working class of America, not the people who have the savings and the trust fund children and the ones who can live a year or two without an income, are capable of staying months or weeks and keep going with it without an answer. In addition to the fact that I don't know if you know, but IRS apparently in the time of a tax season and where we need so many answers about what's going on with us are not mandatory.
What's not mandatory? The IRS?
Yes, you cannot get in touch with IRS other than trying your luck online. So if you have not received any kind of financial assistance from IRS, good luck trying to get in touch with them.
So what have you, like, are you collecting unemployment? What are you collecting right now? You got to get some.
So as a single mom, I have full custody and I don't have child support. The father is not in the picture. And I am self-employed. I work several jobs, and my jobs are gig-based jobs, and it's not a stable income every year. So I was just doing my taxes before quarantine started, and yes, I'm basically on the level of low income. By the rules, I'm supposed to get some kind of unemployment as self-employed. It was just announced, I think, 2 weeks on Monday. And I'm supposed to get food stamps and the boost of financial assistance, which again, I have not received. But it's not about the financial assistance that I'm supposed to receive, about the fact that, okay, you're going to give me money. And what I'm supposed to do, give it to my kids and take, here you go, kiddos, $1,000, let mommy work.
It's true. That's true. I know, exactly, because that's what you really want to do. It's like, you don't want the money, right? You want the ability to work.
Yes, I do want the ability to work. I don't think there is no healthy society that can function without childcare. And something nobody talks about the ridiculous increase in crime and very bad domestic violence, and it's certain things that I'm involved with. So I know more information than the media are interested in sharing. There's a lot of bad things going on that have to be addressed right now other than the fear of the coronavirus. There is a lot of things that have to be done, and no, we are too busy to marketing fear.
So I was reading on NPR of all places the other day that a 69% of child abuse reports come from DCF or some type of agency like that, and 19% come from schools. So the grand total, I think, was 86% of all child abuse cases are coming from agencies or organizations that no longer have access to the children. So, I mean, it's not like people just stopped abusing kids during that time. There is probably so much rampant child abuse going on in these homes because kids are being forced to live with monsters, right? Like, kids need schools and activities and camps like that. Often, kids need that because their homes aren't good. You know what I mean? And nobody cares about them. Nobody talks about them. It's like, if you actually care about that, it's like, oh, you want old people to die. That's all they tell you.
Yeah, so I personally am involved in that, and I do care about that. In addition to all this help that those kids need, how about the fact that we are parents who don't abuse their children and trying to hold our shit together, losing our minds and know we're not good parents and we are on the last drink of patience in front of our children who we actually don't sexually abuse and don't physically abuse? What about the parents who do that? How about the uncles and the neighbors who are extra aggressive right now? Because kids are hard. Kids staying at home are hard. Mm-hmm. They have a lot of energy. They need a lot of attention in every age. Can you even imagine what hell they're going through? And again, risking the frontline workers. How about frontline soldiers or police officers or fire department? I was one of them, so I know exactly what frontline feels like. And I chose to give my years and risk my life for my people. So doctors doing the same thing. And I have all the respect for them in the world. Yet again, I think there's big problems that growing from this quarantine that would be unfixable.
Yeah. Now you were you were a former Israeli soldier, correct?
Yeah, special units.
Okay, and when did you move to the United States?
About 10 years ago.
Okay.
A little more.
Why'd you come to the United States, if you don't mind me asking?
I love America. I always did. I'm a very proud Israeli soldier, but to be honest, I did and saw a lot, and I wanted bigger opportunities for my children and myself, and I fell in love.
Oh, you fell. Okay. I mean, that's kind of ironic that you came here for the opportunities, and then you made something of yourself, and then bam, virus happens, and the government takes away all those opportunities.
So when I got my American citizenship, I was so proud that I can say I'm American citizen. I love this country, and I do a lot of things for this country that are government related as well. I care about my community, and now with the quarantine, as I said before, I obey the rules. I listen 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. But the question is, what's happening? How long it will keep happening? I see the middle class, a lot of people who are personally, I know in my community, are sinking, and they will not be able to get out of it. I see the special needs community that need the activity and need the care, the children, the abuse. There's so much bad going on from this quarantine that having a virus, and again, nobody talks that most of people who get the coronavirus recover. Nobody talks that there is pre-existing condition. Nobody talks about facts, prevention, sports, and a lot of things people can do to prevent. Everybody talk about fear and death. You know what? Nobody lives forever. Humans do die. And if we're going to be aware of it and we're going to report it on the news a regular year, not coronavirus style, you'll see, you're going to be terrified because there is at least 100 people a day dying in hospitals.
I feel like in Israel, they would not. I don't know what's happening in Israel with coronavirus, but I feel like they would have a completely different mentality than this, because I feel like in America, we're so sheltered because we're so relatively safe, whereas in Israel, they're surrounded by hostile nations that want to literally wipe them off the face of the earth, that they have to be prepared all the time, and that they're not as afraid of death as Americans are.
Yeah, so Israel, actually what they did is they enforced quarantine for 2 weeks. It was mid-enforce, and then 2 weeks aggressive enforced quarantine, and people knew that after those 4 weeks they available to go back to their life, and that's exactly what happened after 4 weeks, where people were forced, not like here, pick and choose what you feel like doing. The government said, we're going to test all of you, we're going to make sure those who are sick are extra quarantine, everybody else will stay home, and 2 weeks, and people obey the rules. 3 weeks passed by, Israel slowly goes in waves back to reality. Now, yes, the nation is a little tougher. I feel like in US, it's very common to sugarcoat everything. If your child is not good at something, you give him 110 excuses why he's not so good, instead of saying, why don't you try harder?
Right. So, all right, cool. Well, I just kind of wanted to have you on just to talk about that a little bit, just hear your opinion, because it's a minority opinion. You and I, our opinions on this, most people disagree with us. You know that?
And unfortunately, the fact is that they disagree goes to a dead end. And I actually lost quite a lot of people the past weekend, because after that video, I reposted another one. I called it Let My People Go. And some people who I work with said, sorry, I do love you as a person, but your opinions completely converted what I think. So I would not be able to even talk to you anymore. And what about actually trying to think, maybe there are some points she's right or wrong? Again, TV, media, is half of it is creating the bold statement to be aggressive so you would be hurt. Do I really think I'm going to go and fight? Today I heard a guy yelling at some girl for not wearing a mask. Really? This girl is 18. You terrified the hell out of her.
Get used to that. There's going to be a lot of that starting on Wednesday when the new law takes into place. Get ready for that.
This is freedom.
Yeah. All right, cool. Well, I thank you for coming on to the show. I really appreciated that, hearing a different perspective, and, well, the same perspective as mine, but I appreciate having you on. Thank you very much.
Have a great night.
All right, you too. Bye-bye. Dave, I just want to say...
I didn't listen to a second of that interview.
Well, guess what? She would kick the shit out of you. I'll tell you that much.
She sounded like she would have kicked the shit out of me.
She
But,
would.
I don't know. Whatever.
So, all right.
Whatever.
You didn't have your headphones on? We all heard you burp. That was real nice.
Oh, sorry.
I'm glad you got that.
I took a minute out. I was trying to get my dog over here.
Yeah, we heard. We heard all about it.
Oh, okay.
What's the dog name? Hunter?
Harper.
Harper. Okay, gotcha. Okay.
I actually didn't think you would hear that, so that's
we heard the burp was legendary. Yeah, that was something else.
Okay.
All right, let's go on to the next topic here. I'm going to talk about switch it up a little bit. Talk about not respecting quarantine. We got these dudes out in Weymouth.
Wait, first of all, how long does your show go on for?
It's like a 2-hour.
Are you going on till
we go
till 11?
Yeah, usually about 11. Is that past your bedtime?
Yeah, it's definitely past my bedtime. Can we I wanted to join. People tweeted at me and said you should join the feed. And
it's fun.
Let's wrap me up.
You'll have a good time. Trust me.
The part where you wrap me up. Feed me that part.
All right. So here we go. So out in Weymouth, we got these two chuds that were caught
on...
No,
that's not the feed me up part. I don't give a shit about what your next topic is.
What do you mean feed you up?
You want to shit all over Mute and give me shit that you're not on more or something like that?
Huh?
Isn't that a thing?
What? We're not talking
you
about
shit
that.
all over Mute. You hate Mute. You bring it up on every friggin' YouTube show you do.
Yeah?
I figured that's why I'm here, to kind of defend the show.
That's why you're here? I thought you were here to be the co-host.
Not to defend Mute, but to defend the show. And
the show's fine
as long as every topic.
The show is fine when Mute's not there. It's good. I mean, it's a good show. You like Reamer. So let's run through I don't really like Reamer that much. I'm like indifferent to Reamer. I think Reamer's fake. He's a fake liberal. He pretends to be liberal, but I see the way he smiles when Jerry talks, and I know he agrees with everything Jerry's saying, and he's literally just playing a part. That's why I'm not really a Reamer fan.
Yeah, Reamer is interesting lately, to be honest with you.
He's
Reamer does feel like he's agreeing with everything Jerry does, but then is fighting for no reason. It's very weird. People are kind of catching on to it for some reason. Yeah.
All right.
No, you're right.
So anyway, we're here to talk.
Wait, let's just go straight to Mute, because I appreciate. I like Shattuck too. I've known Shattuck for years. I respect the hell out of him. Mute, first of all. I see, like, what is it, Turtle Boy quotes on Twitter?
Yeah.
Turtle Boy, okay.
Yeah.
So, I never met Mute until my buddy introduced me to him. I knew nothing about his BC football career. I knew nothing about his BC announcing, anything. My buddy told me about him, and I met him.
Everybody in the comments is just saying, shut the fuck up.
No, because you put it there.
Well, that's not what people care for.
No, that's the reality. You know that. You know people need to be told what to do, and people are being told to shit on Mute. You tell people to shit on Mute.
No, I don't tell people to. He's horrible. So the other day, he's not funny. He doesn't. What does he bring to your show? What does he bring?
Okay, hold on. You need to understand. When Mute, the only time that I've ever heard him is doing commentary on BC football. You got to give him credit. Jerry Callahan is considered like a badass of Boston media, not Boston sports media, not Boston political media, Boston media. The fact that Mute, who has only literally commented on a football game, can sit there and have a conversation with Jerry Callahan about not just sports, but also politics. You might think he's boring, but you got to give him credit.
I'm not going to give him credit because you can have a conversation about it.
You absolutely should give him credit because most people can't do that.
No,
there are people who
anyone can do what he does.
Anyone can't sit next to him.
Anybody in the world can do what Mute does on there. He has never once.
No, that's not true.
Not once has he ever said anything entertaining, funny, interesting, thought-provoking, or anything.
You know this. You listen to the radio in this area. You know how many pussies are on the radio. There's nobody that sits next to Jerry Callahan and can have a conversation with him on a regular basis. They've all turtled, by the way. Like Trenny, gone. Friggin' Tomasi, gone. All these people are just gone. I'm not saying that Mute is this
Dave,
badass.
I would put anybody in the comments right now.
You got to give him credit for coming out of nowhere and having a conversation with a guy who has been on the radio for 20 years.
Oh, it's so fucking hard. Jerry Callahan. It's not fucking hard to sit down and have a conversation with somebody. That doesn't take a fucking skill. Are you kidding me? What the skill comes in is the ability to entertain, to say funny shit, to say thought-provoking shit. Name one freaking interesting thing Mute has said in his 4 months on the podcast. Just one.
Oh, first of all, don't call him out like that. Because what's the one interesting thing that you've said on the podcast?
Oh, I say a lot of it. We talk about dick pics.
No, tell me like what's the top 5 interesting things that Turtle Boy has said on the podcast?
I explained to you guys how dick pics work. For one, that was interesting. That was funny. That was different. Okay,
that was a game changer.
Okay, so So basically, on his show, and people like the show. Read the fucking comments.
By the way, I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm just trying to be a realist. And
you're not being a realist.
That this guy came out of nowhere and is having a conversation with Jerry Callahan, who is known as kind of a badass of Boston media, in the sense of he says things that shouldn't be said in the Massachusetts liberal landscape.
Okay, Jerry does. What does Mute say that's interesting? What does he say?
Oh, I'm not saying that I can't pinpoint every single aspect.
You can't come up with a single thing he said in 4 months that was even.
I can't come up with one thing that you said, Turtle Boy.
Okay, I'm going to come up. Turtle Boy Quotes. Turtle Boy Quotes is going to get on that. Turtle Boy Quotes. I want you to archive the top 10 best Uncle Turtle Boy quotes of the last 4 months and compare them to the top 10 Mute quotes.
That's come out is me telling you to wear the fucking mask, and you know it. That is the best segment that has come out of it. Yes.
Wrong. Anyway, we're going to go back to Ratchets here, dude. That's what people are here for. Okay. So we got these Wangstas. Yeah, we got these Wangstas out in Weymouth, and they don't like the social distance there, apparently. You would not like these guys. So this is what's happening here. Let's watch this video with these fine, upstanding gentlemen in the dump known as Weymouth.
Right here. You want to hit my car again? You want to dent my car again? You want to hit it with the baseball bat?
Peter, you don't have anything to get robbed for.
You are almost 18. You have no Yeah, dirty as fuck. Do better. What do you mean?
You don't want that. Know that, dog.
It's funny.
Know that, dog.
It's just all talk, dude.
What's the word?
I don't know.
Who says what's the word? Oh, there you go.
Oh, wow, you opened the door.
Here come the socks and sandals. There they are.
Oh.
There you go. Oh, man. Brillo pad, Bobby, got him. Now watch this. Tough guys. Oh, there they go. Oh, man, you showed him. I don't even know what they're arguing over. It's not really important. There we go.
Why? Why are you doing that? No. Why are you acting like this? What is the point? You robbed me. You robbed me. And you dented my car, and you did everything. I paid fucking $1,800 for that shit. Like, literally, I do this for my fucking mother. And you think
he's holding his dick.
Funny.
Look at him.
Like, actually,
what is
you're
this?
Fucking ridiculous. You are fucking ridiculous. Actually. I'm just talking, literally. It's the truth. It's the truth. So what? You don't even do anything. No one fucking likes you, dude. You just upset people. Okay. I'm homosexual. I'm a faggot. Look at me. I don't know. I like myself.
All right. So anyway, these guys are fucking losers. You know, they say the N-word, and I want to call this guy's dad because this guy's dad messaged me with a bunch of racial slurs. Brillo Pad Bobby's dad. So this guy's name is something County. And by the way, I got somebody in the comments. Oh, she's pulling up at my house. Okay, so Sasha Crane, if she wants to call in, she wants to talk beef, she can add me on Skype. You can add me on Skype, Sasha. I don't know if you know how to use that. You can add my username at Aiden Knows and call me up if you'd like. And then I'll have you on. But anyway, these are the tough guys here. This guy's name is County. What the hell is his first name? Something County. Tommy County. And his dad, when he was a Weymouth High School student back in the day, yeah, he went to juvie for a while because, he stabbed the motherfucker. So he stabbed another student. So like father, like son. I mean, this is the greatest hardo daddy picture I've ever seen in my life. Just look at this dude. Just look at this piece of shit. So he called me. What's his name again? Sean County? Let's see. I'll find him right. County. Tommy County. Okay, Tommy County. Let's see. So Tommy... I'm going to call him right now, see if we can get him on. The dad. Because he's standing by his son for this behavior. Not socially distancing. Big hardo. Look at this dude. The angry man. That's what this... Look at this guy. This right here is the face of a man whose sole goal in life is to be the hardest dude in Weymouth. And ideally for his son to take over for him one day. That is literally, he will die a happy man if he can have that, on his resume. Hardest dude in Weymouth. Anyway, he's shockingly not answering because some people are like, oh man, wait till their parents see this. It's like, are you kidding me? His father would probably be like, yo, that's my boy right there. That's my dog. And of course his son's out there saying, yo, fuck the ops and the Jakes. I wish my thugs were still here. 100 emoji. And he's got these two guys who are on here, and there they are, like flashing gang signs and stuff. Yo, how am I supposed to have fun? Oh, my N-word's dead, son. Like, of course he's like a white boy. They said the N-word a few times in there, etc. And, it shows a couple guys. Now, people who knew these two gentlemen contacted me, and like family members of them were like, yo, that's disrespectful. You putting them up there? They dead. It's fucked up. How you doing that? And it's like, okay, what would they die from? Cancer? What'd they die from? If they died from cancer, I'll take them down. Or whatever. They're like, well, I'm not telling you. I'm like, well, it kind of matters. What'd they die from? Gun violence. Oh, okay, so they were gangbanging and they got shot. I don't feel fucking bad for them at all. Maybe Cullinan does. But, because he's a softie. Oh, maybe if we put him in a program, they could. No, I don't give a shit. You chose this life, right? This is the life you're going to die. Like, that's what happens when you get involved in this lifestyle. Or you go to jail, one or the other. You don't live to be 80 and die of COVID. That's not what happens if you're these people. You die at age 30 because somebody shot you. So anyway, this is the kind of ratchet piece of shit we're dealing with. There he is counting his money. Like, if your kid's on social media and his background picture is freaking a bunch of $100 bills, I got news for you. He didn't get that money from his summer job at Stop and Shop. Like, your son sells drugs. I hate to be the one to break the news to you, pal. But anyway, the kid posted about how, oh, it's just my boy got stabbed. And, we were just having his back because this dude stabbed him. I don't give a shit about the details, dude. You act like a punk. And more than anything, and this video, calling in, is an example of why the whole concept of social distancing was a terrible idea. Because as I've said from day one, ghetto folk don't follow along with guidelines that come from the government. You know that, right?
By the way, what did you see this week? Well, actually, just today in general. Like, I was driving down the road, and obviously golf courses aren't open in Massachusetts, but tennis. Did you drive by tennis courts today by any chance? Tennis courts were fucking packed. Like, literally, I drove by a place with 4 courts, playing doubles on all 4, and there was like cars waiting to get on the court. Like, it was kind of fucked up. Like, I don't know. There's just people are they are all over the place, ready to be done with this shit. You're missing my point. Just done.
Right. Those people are. These kids aren't playing tennis. They haven't been social distancing from day one. Like, none of these people give a shit. So this whole idea that we could just socially distance and it's going to work. No, that assumes that everybody's on board. I got news for you. Ghetto folk don't do that stuff. They don't come from people that live in the hood and shit like that. Like, I grew up with these people, right? I went to school with them. They don't buy into this idea that we're all living in a society together. Like, those two guys, they don't give a fuck about social. Oh yeah, well, Charlie Baker and Dr. Fauci told me I need to stay home. I better stay home, son, or else, we all in this together, dog. Like, no, they don't do that. They go out and do whatever the fuck they want to do because they're selfish pieces of shit. And they don't think, like, what the hell do they care? They're not going to do it. They're not going to live past 30 anyway. And then we got this guy, Michael Cadena, Money Mike Cadena, one of the most famous ratchets in Turtle Boy history. He's actually featured on the last year's Turtle Boy Ratchet Madness shirt right there. He reemerges out of nowhere because, of course, he's from Weymouth and he's friends with Tommy County Sr., and he's telling the younger kid, I just love when Money Mike Cadena randomly reappears, and he just got out of jail he kidnapped his son and brought him to Weymouth, and from Illinois, never brought him back to Illinois, thought he could get away with it, raised like $50,000 worth of GoFundMe, and yeah, it turns out you can't do that. He had to go to jail for a bit. I guess he's out now, and he's defending these douchebags. So, yeah, that is the story of that right there. So, anyway, I guess we have somebody in the comments right now, Dave, who's posting like my address saying she's going to come get me. What's her name? Sasha?
Why?
Oh, this happens a lot. People want to kill me and shit, right? Like, or at least they say
Well,
they do.
I've seen this.
Yes.
I've seen some stuff going around. Aren't you going to court on Thursday? Even though I thought the courts were closed.
Yes, I am. It's
only Thursday.
Only for emergencies, which apparently this bullshit restraining. A grown man is saying
restraining order is this.
He's
restraining
a
order
lawyer
is
who
emergency.
He sent me a threatening letter, threatening to take me to court if I didn't take a blog down, and so he goes, contact me back about this. If you don't, then I'm going to pursue legal action. So I do what he tells me to do. I literally contact him back. I send him an email, I call, and I contact him on Facebook a couple times. I leave comments on his page. It's wide open, stuff like that. I also exercise my free speech as a journalist to say that I think this guy is a bad attorney, and I would not personally hire him because I think he is a joke. He, of course, takes this, plays the victim because he's a fucking litigious douchebag and a completely incompetent attorney who is, people can't work with him. He's like literally one of the most notoriously shady fucking attorneys. He got arrested for a DUI last year. I mean, he's just a complete douchebag. The people he aligns with up in Manchester is a fucking joke. So anyway, I got to go to a grown man wants to get a restraining order against me. So now I got to go to court in Manchester, which I don't mind. I like court days. I don't mind them, but I like winning. I like going there and defending myself. I like, extending my undefeated streak. And I like seeing new courthouses. I've seen about half the courthouses in this state, and it's time to expand my roots. And so I'm going to New Hampshire. I'm going to Manchester. I read about Manchester enough. Might as well visit the courthouse. So that should be interesting. So anyway, the woman in the comments, Sasha, is posting my address because these cowards, that's what they like to do. They like to scare you. They're like, oh, yeah, I can Google. I found your address. Well, guess what, Dave? Nobody ever shows up. Nobody shows up ever. It's a goddamn, It's a disappointment. Like all these tough guys.
Can I ask you about something right now? So you come on here 3 times a week.
Yes.
And you just shoot the shit, and you kind of pay attention to the comments. I'm addicted to the fucking comments, to be honest with you.
Best part.
And these people are beating me to fucking shreds.
Rightfully so.
I just showed up. Somebody tweeted me and said you should go on Turtle Boy's live stream, so I texted you.
Yes.
Now all of a sudden I'm getting the bag beaten out of me, and I have no fucking clue why. I have no clue why.
Because you're trying to change the subject a lot. We're here to talk about what's on the agenda. I'm the agenda setter.
I'm not
it's
on
my
your
show.
agenda. I don't give a fuck what is on your agenda. I thought we were just going to come on here and you would call me out when you want to talk about like the fucking podcast and how much you want to be like the daily co-host or some shit.
No.
I don't care about the other subjects.
Clearly there was a miscommunication. Do you want to go? Is that what you're saying? Would you like to go? You're not going to see the freestyle?
I'll go anytime you want me to go.
I don't
just
care.
thought we were going to talk about the podcast. I didn't really think I was going to get involved in like the 12 topics that you're going on. I had no idea I'd be sitting here you're only 3 people.
You need to hear this. This is important for you. This is like, you need to get acclimated with the Turtle Boy world. Because my world crosses over with the Jerry world a lot. But it's also different in several ways, right? Like, Jerry's not going to talk about the hardos in Weymouth getting out of the car and beating the shit out of some guy. Like, that's not what Jerry's going to talk about, more serious political issues and stuff like that. I'm here for the ratchets. I like the political stuff. I'm very good at it. I'm somewhat of an expert. However, I also like to just kind of like look at people like this and laugh, because at least it's like, okay, people come to Turtle Boy Dave because they realize they want to feel better about themselves often. And often like people that are struggling to get by, doing the best they can, and, kind of feeling like, am I not doing enough? Am I not the best I can be? And then they come to Turtle Boy and they see the topics here and they're like, oh, wow, I'm actually doing pretty well for myself. I uplift people. That's what I do.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. And I don't think Jerry's against covering the stories that you cover, right? Like, minus the fact that like the political scene right now is just like super national versus regional. I think that you cover a lot of good shit that he wants to cover. That's, you know what I mean? I don't think that's crazy.
So let's check out this video. This video is from Plymouth, and there's this white trash piece of shit named Tyler. Of course, his name's fucking Tyler from Plymouth. And this woman named Savannah, she took this video 3 months ago. She has since gotten a restraining order against him, and she's pursued criminal charges on him. And trigger warning for people out there, the video's pretty rough. So it starts off with it's like 5:30 in the morning, and the door to their bedroom is destroyed already, completely destroyed. And he's gonna go on air, and let's see what happens.
Good. Sounds good. Just sounds good.
Come on, Fupa computer. Come on. See, this is an issue at least you don't have. Fupa computer. There you go.
You didn't just get home. It's 5:30 in the morning. It's not 1.
People are saying don't play the video. You gotta see
Stop.
it.
Leave me alone, please.
Boom, he hits her in the face. Boom. Boom. Boom.
Shut up!
Just a fucking complete maggot. This goes on for about 6 minutes, and it's absolutely fucking horrible. This guy is a complete douchebag, piece of shit, obviously. I really didn't have that much to say about it other than kill yourself, kind of. Like, and this is why I thought the Michelle Carter verdict was bad, was that, like, I feel like telling people to kill themselves is not only a fundamental right, but often you're doing a public service. Like, this guy should kill himself. No? Would you disagree? Somebody that treats women like that? I guess Cullinan's zoning out. So anyway, look at this guy. Look at him in the comments. Look at him over there. Look at him staring at the screen. Anyway, so this dude right here, Tyler Nason's his name, complete piece of shit. He fucking kicks in the goddamn door and all this stuff. And now I did see some people in the comments kind of shitting on the girl a little bit, saying, well, why is she with him? And she's instigating him and getting going. It's like, first of all, let's keep in mind the door was already smashed in before the camera started rolling. So clearly this guy was out of control before this. You know he beats her all the time. You know he does this shit all the time. This is like Jared Remy, in like a white trash Jared Remy, if you will, except without the steroids. And good for her. She fucking videotaped it. She did the right thing. She got a restraining order, and apparently people are still standing by him, so she did the only thing she could do. She fucking publicly shamed the shit out of him. She publicly shamed the shit out of him, and it worked out great. And some of these people, so this dude, Dedrick Damari, claimed that she was playing the victim. And this individual then messaged me on Facebook once I put him in there. Let me see if I can find Dedrick. Dedrick Damari. Did he delete his shit? Oh, did he take his thing down? Where are you, Dedrick? Did he block me? Dedrick, okay. Because he messaged me. Let me check my other inbox. I got so many fucking.
I just turned my mic back on. By the way, I wasn't listening for a while. Okay. Am I the worst co-host you ever had? Am I the worst?
Ask Turtle Riders. Is he the worst?
Well, they're in the comments. They tell me I'm the worst. I didn't think I was even a co-host.
Yes,
by the way,
there was
I thought I kind of showed up.
Yes, there was clearly a miscommunication there, but you're gonna sit through this because you need to be accustomed to my world. You need to understand.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely learning as I go here. But I'm more interested in the comments than ever will be the conversation that you and I are having. To be honest with you.
Well, when I was telling Jerry about this, he's just like, "Wait, what's going on? So where is this? It's on YouTube. Why do I watch it
tonight?"
No, remember we had we were live streaming, and like I'm telling Jerry's like, "Where do you read the comments?"
I feel YouTube? Like I don't know. I feel like when we were in quote unquote in studio in the Legacy Club, there was a couple shows that was like, holy shit, Turtle Boy and Dave, they have fucking chemistry. But tonight, everybody fucking hates me.
Well, it's the format, man. Like, first of all,
it could be the format. Yeah, because you're
on my show now. Right? You're on my show.
Yeah.
And you clearly are unfamiliar with how my show works. You didn't even know about the freestyle, which is the most
important. But don't you admit that there was a couple of Jerry shows that it was like Dave and Turtle Boy, they are fucking around right now, and it's entertaining as shit. You have to.
No, it's a good show. It's just it's a different show. You know, it's different. Yeah. And so, who do you guys think is worse than Dave? I'd like to hear who's worse than Dave. And
what do you mean worse? Like
of my co-hosts.
Who you had co-hosts?
I've had about a dozen co-hosts. I think the most popular co-host, it's tough. North Shore Turtle Babe's very popular. David the Druid from England, not London. He's a very popular co-host. Brett is obviously the most legendary one. Brett the Killerin. It's a tough one.
Yeah, I just saw someone say.
Oh, Matty Moe. Matty, that's a good point. There is a guy named Matty Moe who is definitely worse than you. Some people are saying GI Turtle, but there's a guy named Matty Moe who is, I will give it to you, is worse than you because he falls asleep drunk, and he's also a traitor because he's with Bristol now, so he sucks. Bristol was not a good co-host either. I gotta be honest. Bristol was not a good co-host. Who else? Yeah. So yeah, people are saying that. But yeah, people like.
I'm not trying to suck or talk about. I'm talking about the show that we're on because that's kind of like I thought we were gonna start shit about that because you always just start shit.
Well, we can talk about it at the end.
I see Turtle Boy quotes seeing you talk shit about that, so I figured I'd have to come on and fight about it.
We do a recap at the end.
Okay.
So here we're gonna go on to this final story here, because there's not really anyone to call with that. Just. I don't even have that much of a take on this story. Just like domestic abuse is bad and that guy's a fucking animal. Here's a fucking video. So anyway, let's talk. By the way, are you drunk? They're calling you drunk, Dave?
I'm intoxicated, but I'm not hammered. But
you just get drunk in your home by yourself? That's what you do?
Well, I'm married with 2 kids, so she's around, but I'm drunk for sure.
Sounds like a loving marriage. Like I love my wife. It's so miserable. I got to get drunk.
I'm going to go to bed. She's probably going to already be asleep. I'm hoping to get some tonight, but go on.
Yeah. Anyway, so let's talk about the final story. Cookies and Karen wishes diabetes upon non-essential workers who are trying to kill her by going to Dairy Queen in Abington and fucking up her commute to essential job as a cashier. So this is an actual quote from a woman who, once again, people like you are empowering. This is what she says. She says, the Dairy Queen... I got to do the voice. All right. The Dairy Queen at Abington needs to be shut down. Not only is it backing up tons of traffic, but that is not social distancing, people. Why is this area filled with such idiots? You know when you pull up to the window, you get to get your ice cream cone, and you are breathing in all the air that the last 50 people breathed? I bet one of those workers is already infected with the amount of traffic that has been there all week. Trying to get to work yesterday, I was in that line for 10 minutes missing 3 lights. Stay home. Ice cream is not essential. So she's mad because she's in a, like, I fucking hate that word, essential worker. If I see another fucking sign saying thank you essential workers, fuck that. They've created this class of people that are more important than everybody else. This bit, you know what this woman does for work, Dave? Take a wild guess. What makes her so essential?
What makes her so essential? I don't know. What do you think? Is she a teacher or something like that?
Are teachers working right now, Dave?
No, they're not.
And I would argue teachers are a lot more fucking essential, and that's a good point that you bring up.
They're definitely more essential.
More essential than what this woman does for work. So this woman is a goddamn cashier at CVS.
She's important, but go on.
No, you know what she is? She's replaceable. She is completely anybody could do her fucking job. The fact that you can be that easily replaced and known as essential and call yourself that is a fucking joke. Now this woman is constantly posting videos of people she's like, I was crying before work, terrified to go in, terrified for my coworkers, terrified I'm going to make my kids horribly sick, and this is what I see driving in. Stay the fuck home, people, please. And I'm like, okay, what is happening in this? And it's literally just a video of people fucking jogging in what appears to be Cambridge. This woman lives in Abington. Do you know where Abington is? Or no, Whitman. I think Whitman she lives in. You know where Whitman?
That's on South Shore. Yeah,
it is. Sure, it's next to Brockton. And I guess she has to go through Abington to get to the train. And that's the funny part about it. She works in Cambridge at a fucking CVS. Is there no CVS in the South Shore that she can work in? I don't know. But she drives to the train, and think about that. You're talking about disease. Is there anything more diseaseful than a goddamn fucking public transportation train? No, he's not listening. Okay. The answer to that... No, he is the worst coach. This is a fucking disaster, but we're making it work. Anyway.
Wait, hold on. Were you calling me out right there? I was reading the comment. I'm back to reading the comments.
I was setting you up.
I know that public transportation sucks.
No.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It doesn't suck. This woman is a hypocrite for suggesting that these people are the problem when you're riding on a goddamn train to work, exchanging bodily, microbes everywhere, touching things that other people have touched. Okay, you're the problem, bitch. That you're going there. Like, you have zero right to complain about people getting ice cream. First of all, I object to that. Ice cream is freaking essential. The world needs ice cream. Imagine living in a world without ice cream. I'd kill myself. No? You think
I think you'd get away with it, but yeah.
Wrong.
I'm sorry. I'm so fucking rattled by the comments.
It's like you have to live. Like, what's the point of living if you can't live? In Los Angeles today, there's a goddamn helicopter with the deputy mayor. I think Jerry tweeted this up. Deputy mayor's driving over the beaches in a fucking helicopter. I'm sure he was social distancing. And the beaches are empty. And it's like fucking proud of it. It's like, what? You're proud of this? That you're forcing people into their fucking homes and no one's having fun and living life? So anyway, that is that. So she goes on to say, I'm getting text messages about how much you suck right now, dude. You need to up your game. Yeah,
personally?
Yeah, you got to up your game.
I don't even. What am I doing? I'm just here. I never meant to co-host the show. I'm just here.
Okay.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay. So
I'm barely paying attention. Do you want me to pay attention?
Yes, I do. You need to be good co-host.
I'll start paying attention.
Okay. So she goes on to she constantly posts about this shit. It's all bullshit. Here's a video of her driving along and just shaming people who are living their life.
They're all the same family.
They're all in the same family.
Yeah, but they're all running next to each other.
Oh my god. They're running next to each other. No, it's so bad. Just judging. I don't like that.
I mean,
come on.
They're all the same family. Yeah, but they're all running next to each other.
Okay, anyway, so that's Fupa Computer. Anyway, you get the point with that. So anyway, she goes on. She got more quotes here. I'm going to try to call this chick in a second. What happened? Come on, pause this. All right. So she goes on to say, I don't hug my kids. We try not to sit too close because I work at a drugstore in the city. Okay? And then she goes on to say, my store is busy and people are buying makeup and cards and crap that they don't need. And I'm here risking my life. Risking my life. And something needs to be done. I requested that we only let 10 people in at a time, but got denied. Bitch, you are not risking your life. If you get the bug, you're not going to die. You probably had the bug and you didn't even know. Because once again, coronavirus is a pussy disease. It's a fucking bullshit disease that attacks the weakest among us, that have the weakest immune systems, that are the easiest to fucking hurt, right? People who have strong immune systems are completely fucking safe from this bullshit. Anyway, goes on to say, so she posts about the Dairy Queen and she goes, somebody goes, Hannah would like to speak to the manager. And she goes, I am the manager. Pretty sure you know nothing about the coronavirus because it lasts in the air for 3 hours. She's saying that the drive-thru shouldn't even be open because when you drive through there and you breathe, right, your freaking microbes your coronavirus microbes stay in that exact position because air doesn't move, and then you drive off, and the next person who comes, they inhale that sweet coronavirus air, and it spreads that way. This is a person. This is an essential worker. This is believe it or not. So she goes on to say, she got more comments, because I gave her this. I'm like, I can't even get my farts to linger for 3 hours when I Dutch oven my wife. And that's under covers and shit like that. And then she goes, oh my God, somebody saved Clarence's wife from domestic abuse. Yes, Dutch ovens are abuse. Do you agree with that? Dutch ovens are fucking abuse. Unbelievable. So she literally responds to every comment. She goes, you morons, the trains still run for essential workers, and yes, I do get exposed for it, and because of that, I keep my trips to a minimum, as everyone should. It's not just about inconveniencing me and all the other essential workers. It's also about how everyone should be staying at home to avoid the spread and not treating it like a vacation and bringing the whole family to get ice cream trip. Your stupidness is causing us all prolonged shutdowns, and possibly even worse, the shutdown of the real essentials. So sorry, you're too dumb and selfish to realize the carelessness of all this. Many reasons for my post, just too stupid to understand. Oh my God, she literally responded to every post. I know some turtle riders in here were probably on this. Dutch ovens for D. First of all, Dutch ovens are not abuse at all. I just want to stand by that. right? Dutch ovens are an essential part of relationship building. You need to get Dutch ovened. You can't marry somebody who hasn't Dutch ovened you, period. Do you agree? He's fucking killing me. You guys are right. He might be worse than fucking, he might be worse than Matty Mo. Anyway, so that's that. Anyway, you guys have any more comments about this? Let's try calling this chick. Hannah Fabian, because she took down her Facebook. And let's see. Did she put it back up again? Oh, man. Oh, is that her? No. Can you guys tell me if Hannah Fabian has taken down her Facebook page or if she's just blocked me? Because this woman got destroyed on that local town page. The Rockland Hub, for some reason she posted this on the Rockland Hub. The frickin' place is in goddamn Abington, and she lives in Whitman, so I don't know what that has to do with anything. But, yeah. All right, cool. So, anyway, I can't call her. Somebody's messaging me. What's this? Who's this guy? Let's see. We got somebody messaging me on Skype. Huh? Where'd they go? How does this work? Who's the person that messaged me on Skype? How does this work? Let's see. Where'd they go? Can I bring this up? Is that a Ratchet trying to call in? And what happened to that chick that was threatening me? Where'd she go? How do I get back over there? Okay. So we're getting a message here from somebody. I'm going to accept it. They're going to say, let's see who they are. Let's see who this person is. Who are you? Okay, let's see what they have to say. You like to talk a lot of shit. Okay, well, I'm going to call this person up, Dave. I don't know if we're going to lose you for this. Really doesn't matter. Okay, let's see what they got to say. Okay, we got a Ratchet here. Hello! Hello! Where'd you go? Is this Sasha? Who is this? Who am I talking to? Oh, people are saying Hannah Fabian's Facebook is still up. That's interesting. So I'm gonna switch into another Facebook page and try to call him.
So you talking shit about people not social distancing, but you think the predator poacher social distance?
Yeah. Who's this? Who am I speaking with?
Don't worry about who this is.
Oh, I kind of am, but go ahead.
Well. But you think the predator poacher social distance?
Do I think? No, I don't care about social distancing. That's the thing. I don't care about. I think no one should. I think social distancing's stupid.
Do the predator poachers know that you got like sexual harassment on a student? Shit?
I do. Like, that sounds serious. Where was that? When did that happen? Tell me about that.
Tell you about it. Yeah. You know about it.
I don't know about it. I've never heard of this before. You tell me about it.
It's all over the news.
What news article? What news? Show me what news article said I sexually harassed the student.
Right here.
What's right here? Let's hear. What's the source that says I sexually
left teaching in 2014?
Yep.
They at that Buffalo.
What about it?
A blogger from Buffalo said that you sexually assaulted a woman.
That's not what it says at all. Read it to me, please.
People.
Nope, that's not what it said. Read it to me, please.
That is what it says. I'm reading it.
Read it word for word. It didn't say I sexually assaulted somebody. Go ahead, read it.
It does say sexually assaulted.
Wrong.
Okay, motherfucker. I'm going to send it to you right here.
Read it for me. I know reading's hard for you. I know you're not a smart person. But who are you here
No, your mama's not smart.
Oh, that's a good one. Roasted. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. So how can I help you? What do you want here? Oh,
I mean, you called me. I didn't call you. I sent a message.
Well, you wanted to talk, obviously, right? So what do you want?
No, I mean, you cry about your freedom of speech getting silenced all the time, but your bitch ass little moderators blocked me.
Because
why are you silencing people's freedoms of speech?
What do you mean? You were posting my address. What purpose does that serve? Right? Were you not? Who is this? Who is this bitch-made pussy calling me up? Another tough guy posted my address. You gotta love it. You gotta love the, oh, you were sexually harassing somebody. Oh, I was. Tell me more about it. I'd like to hear more about it. Is this Ramey? Is that Ramey who's calling me right now? Oh, is that who that is? The fucking bootleg poacher from New Jersey? Is that who it is? Oh. He sent it. It says I left teaching. I don't know what that said. I don't know what that said. He took it down. He is obviously scared to. So he sent me a clip. Let's see what this is. Oh, this is from my own book. Hello. Is this Ramey?
No.
Yes, it is.
So why you talking shit on me, my guy?
Oh, it's the dude from fucking Jersey, the bootleg predator poacher. What's happening?
Why you talking shit on me, my guy?
Well, I mean, why am I talking shit on you? Well, first of all, because you kind of get these predator, you trap them and then you let them go. That's for one. That's kind of a problem. You let predators go home and you don't pursue them legally. That's one problem I have with you.
My guy, you literally know nothing that goes on in the background. So, like, I would appreciate it if you would, like, keep my name out of your mouth.
Nah, probably not going to do that.
Because if you don't, I swear to God, I'm going to obliterate you, my guy.
Oh, no, you're going to obliterate me? I'm so scared. You and your YouTube channel down in Bergen County, New Jersey, because you live near Elizabeth, so you a hot old dog. People don't fuck with you, right, dog?
What, did that guy murder Merc? Did he tell you that where I live? Because, I mean, my guy.
No, you know who told me where you live?
The
courthouse records where you got arrested for trying to sneak heroin into court. That says that you live in Springfield, New Jersey. So you did get arrested for trying to sneak in heroin into a courthouse, didn't you?
I mean, my guy, you know how many Ramis there are?
Oh, yeah, there was another Rami El Hajaji. Oh, yeah, there's another guy. Right, that's not you, right?
I mean,
why do you keep
talking about me?
Yeah,
I think you're a troll and you're obsessed with me.
I mean, sometimes you have to sneak in heroin into court. I've been there before. Who can't relate to that, right? Perfectly normal.
I mean, I got arrested because the trolls, they called the police on me, and
they did,
and the cops, they took me to jail for obstruction.
Hey, can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? Why do you talk like this in syncopation? What is up with that? Go.
My guy, English is not my first language.
Oh, my God. Why not? Why not your first? You live here. You grew up here. Why you have English first language?
My guy, I'm Arabic. I'm from Egypt.
Ooh, but when do you move here?
What do you mean? I mean, do I have to give you my whole life story? Like,
I would. Okay, well, I start with 2 years ago when you was arrested for trying to sneak heroin into the courthouse. What up with that? Why not just leave the heroin in the car? You know what I mean?
Because I was selling it to the judge.
Oh, you were selling the heroin to the judge?
And the judge told me to bring it to the courthouse.
Oh, the judge told you to bring the heroin. Okay.
I mean, can you find a conviction? Or just the arrest?
So, just so I have this straight, you brought heroin to the courthouse because the judge told you to bring heroin to sell to him.
Yeah, because the judge, he bought from me, my guy.
Oh, and he's like, buy from me in the court. And you think that you have somehow you sell heroin and you are a moral authority somehow to catch pedophiles. That's somehow you think that you have a moral authority over people and you sell heroin.
Yeah, my guy. Like,
oh, yeah.
Like, I'm catching pedophiles.
You're not catching pedophiles. You are shaming them on your channel, but none of them are getting arrested. And my guy Jay gets shit done.
Already?
What?
I have 50 arrests already.
This ain't really fucking Rami. No fucking way. No fucking way. People are like, this ain't him. This can't possibly be him. No fucking way. I mean, I know he's not.
Rami.
What?
This is Rami.
No, it's not. I've heard your voice. This ain't you. I think this is the dude Murder Merc. I think this is the guy from the Murder Merc. I think I'm being pranked. No one's this stupid. Nobody's this. Ah, see, I got him. I got him, didn't I? No fucking way that's him. I mean, I had some fun with him. He might be stupid enough to actually talk like that, but his voice sounded a lot like the Murder Merc guy. So if you guys aren't following this drama, if you're not following this drama, so we got the Predator poachers, right? Jay is doing a good job. I got Jay's back. I like Jay. I think he's doing good work, right? Jay decided that he was going to try to franchise and, collaborate with other Predator poachers, and he got this guy from New Jersey who's got a big following named Ramey. Shady fucking Egyptian dude. And Ramey came up for a visit and fucked everything up because he has enemies who literally he live streams where he's at. They set up a fucking a trap house in an Airbnb and didn't tell the people they were renting from that they were gonna invite predators over there and film them and shit. They didn't call the Newton police, and so Ramey broadcasts where he's at. And that's definitely Murder Merc. That's definitely him. Oh, Static? Okay. So, anyway, I know it wasn't him. I thought it was at first, but then, once he's, selling heroin to the judge. Come on. But that is the exact way he talks. He talks like syncopation like that. Anyway, he's got these enemies called, on this Murder Merc channel, I guess. I was on there yesterday. This is a Sasha, not Murder Merc. So, I hate Raymond. I knew they had, yeah. So anyway, maybe he was just fucking with me. Yeah, okay. So this guy turns out I was being trolled. But anyway, the Murder Merc people, I went on their show on yesterday. And, cause I got a problem with what they do because they call the cops on this guy when he's not breaking the law. He's just a douchebag. And my problem is you're wasting first responder resources by calling them up for these fraudulent things. On one of the videos, the cop gets there to Ramey's bust, and he goes, so I was pranked. So that's a good prank. I like that. Good job, Sasha. I appreciate that. Don't appreciate you posting my address. I don't know what you were attempting to do with that, but whatever. You're free to come visit me whenever. So this guy, Murder Merc, and Aaron, whoever, and some chick named Sasha, I go on their show, and I'm like, look I heard somebody was calling up and saying that when the cops got there and they interrupted this pedo bust and Ramey didn't tell them, oh yeah, this guy's a pedophile. He's here to fuck me. He thinks I'm a 14-year-old boy. He forgot to mention that. The cop gets there and they go, we're here on an assault call. And so that means somebody called in for assault, which is not happening there. And that's where I had a problem with. Don't waste the cops' time with bullshit. And I talked to them yesterday. They're like, we didn't call in and say it was assault. We called in and said it was loitering. It's like, well, that's fucking stupid too. You're calling up for loitering? And first of all, I don't believe that. I believe the police when they got there and they said, we're here for assault. So I didn't believe them. So it is what it is. Yeah. So Aaron says he wrote my Facebook page. I will check it out. I haven't checked my comments today. I had a freaking birthday party for my crotch fruit. So it is what it is. Is Ramey really in the comments? Because I'll have Ramey on. If Ramey wants to come on. Because I got a problem with Predator Poachers, New Jersey. Tell him I'll chat you out. Ramey, call me on Skype. Add me on Skype at Aiden Knows. Because I got to do my freestyle soon. People came here for the freestyle. Can I freestyle first? Add me on Skype, okay? Let me do my freestyle. All right? My Skype name is at Aiden Knows. AIDANOSE. Add me on there. And while you're doing that, I'm going to do my freestyle. Not Aiden Knows, like NKNOS. That's wrong. Aiden Knows, at Aiden Knows with one N. Like the nose. There we go. Add me on there. And while you're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and get this freestyle going because that is what the people wanted. That is what we are here for. Let me pull it up. Here we go. Let's do it. They're going to make me watch a fucking commercial. We got to watch a goddamn Home Depot commercial. All right. Whitman chick, mad about traffic. I pay no attention to a ratchet demographic. Out here trying to shut down Dairy Queen. Go suck Ringo's dick in the yellow submarine. Don't lecture us about our conduct. Mad at the world cause you ain't getting fucked. Think she's essential, wants us to cheer. Ho, lick my balls, you a cashier. You ain't nothing but a grimy jizz wizard. You can catch COVID while I catch a blizzard. Getting too close sometimes triggers everyone but the Weymouth Wiggers. Think they gangster, but that shit was sad. Haircut style is a Brillo pad. Wangsta tendencies sure did amuse. Just a broke ass ghetto Corey Matthews. Got called out for being ratchet vandals. You ain't hood wearing socks and sandals. Keep this up, you'll end up in the can. You can be bunkies with your old man. Plymouth chud likes to hit chicks. Hope he goes to jail and sucks all the dicks. Took his out his anger on this girl in the door. Mad cause his wardrobe is from the dollar store. Life goal is to become mediocre. Telling his girl that he gonna choke her. This bitch wants to put hands on a chick. Only thing he's choking is his 3-inch dick. She blew you up with the recorder. Now he beats off to the court order. Perverts everywhere, find out daily. Don't fuck a bitch if she's Israeli. This lockdown got her in the pits. Ain't trying to suck off the government tits. Trying to please her with the welfare. She just needs the crotch fruits in childcare. Don't want handouts, just want to work. But Baker pushes lockdown like you're some kind of jerk. Why the fuck we hiding from this pussy disease? Supposed to be American, not Portuguese. Mom takes crotch fruits for a little walk. Tried to cross the bridge, but that shit was blocked. Bitch, you ain't the queen and we ain't your subjects. Sit your ass down, Tyrannosaurus Rex. Filming the kid, escalated quick. This crusty bitch came armed with a stick. Fuck with the bomb, but not with the daughter. That's how your ends up in the water. To make matters worse, she is a teacher. That's how you get to be a Turtle Boy feature. Took the Facebook down cause of the drama. Next time, don't fuck with a savage mama. How was that one, folks? Any fire emojis? Okay, there's some fire emojis. There we go. That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see. Anyway. How was the rhyme? Was that good flow? Was that good flow? I tried to space apart the freaking verses there. Sometimes I like get into it too fast. You know, there needs to be a little break there. So, anyway, cool. Look at all this. Nice. Did Ramy ever add me? Is Ramy still here? Is Ramy still here? I mean, I'll take him or anybody else that wants to talk. Kind of open up the floor. I guess we lost Cullinan. Big loss there, I know. Cullinan wasn't ready for prime time. He wasn't ready. He had no idea. He's clearly not watched the show enough. He needs to get. He didn't even know what the freestyle was. I don't know if Ramy's still here, but we'll take him. What time on Thursday? It's 9 o'clock, but it's not open to the public. They will not let anybody in that doesn't have immediate court business in there. No, I mean, Dave, it was clearly a miscommunication between us, you know. So all the pedo poachers are here, looks like. We got Jay's there. We got Predator Poachers of New Jersey. What's your Skype? It's at Aiden Knows. AIDANOSE. Aiden Knows. One word. One N. Add me. And we can call in. We can have you call in. All right. Anybody have any questions while he's adding me? It's been a lively night, huh? I don't know if Ramy wants to call. I can't believe it. I thought I was in for a couple minutes because I'm like, he might be this stupid. I watched his fucking live stream yesterday. Like, evolution is not his friend. I'm telling you right now, Darwinism is not going to be his friend. The guy was he's from New Jersey, so he didn't know how to pump gas. I wish we had that law in Massachusetts that you can't pump your own gas in New Jersey. So he's like pumping his gas for the first time. He couldn't figure out how to do it. And then he's fucking driving home on the Mass Pike. And he's sitting there live streaming himself. You can see the fucking cars. He's in the slow person's lane. And he's reading the fucking comments while he's driving. He wasn't holding the camera, but he's actually reading. Oh, what'd you say? Oh, yeah. He fucking blocked me. I'm not going to block him. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, can you post the original Vegas odds for Ratchet Madness? I'd love to see what Nikki Evans. Let's see. Actually, I do have that. Where was she in the Sweet 16? I didn't have it when the whole tournament came out. When we got down to the Sweet 16, Nikki Evans was plus 500. I mean, how about this? The Vegas odds of the 4 favorite to make the Final Four were the Final Four. That was your Final Four right there. And the only reason Nikki Evans was plus 500 was that Bristol Blarney was in her bracket. Had Bristol Blarney not been in her bracket, she probably would have been closer to Lorena. As soon as she beat Bristol, she immediately became the favorite. Okay, so we got him in. He's in. We're going to add him right now. Let's see. Okay. Ramey. Okay, we're going to call up Ramey right now. Hello, Ramey.
Yo, hang on. I'm trying to put this.
Okay.
I don't really use Skype, so give me a second. Let me figure out how to
You'll figure it out.
put speaker on.
And by the way, I haven't had a chance to refresh the donations. I'm going to read those in a moment because I really appreciate it, guys.
There we go. Could you hear me?
I can hear you fine. What's happening, my man? What's going on?
Not much. Chilling. What's up with you?
Yeah, so anyway, I didn't know who you were until the other day when I I follow Jay. I follow his work. I think he does good work. I read about his stories a lot, and I saw what you did, and I thought you fucked it all up, to be honest. I thought you were completely different from what he does. I think you're in it for the wrong reasons. I think you're a showboat. I think you don't call the cops, and that's problematic. And I think you kind of make it all about you. Like on your video, you had a pedophile there that you caught. You know he wanted to fuck a kid. And instead of calling the police, because the police did come, instead of telling them this guy's here to fuck a kid, what you did was you had him call his wife, and then you spoke to the wife, and then she thanked you for it because it was all about you. That was my take.
Okay, so I 110% see your perspective from the outside looking in. Completely understand. I understand you're also a new viewer. You just recently did hear about me. That's why your perspective is what it is on me. Completely understand. If you go ahead and look at my earlier videos, you will see that I do have a few arrests. Here's the situation, right? I'm going to explain to you my perspective just so you can kind of get better insight on why I've been operating the way that I have throughout the last few catches that I've done, because believe me, there's a reason for it.
How many arrests
I'm
you got?
110% in it to get them arrested, right?
How many arrests you got?
Ever since what's that?
How many arrests you got?
How many arrests do I have? I have 3 arrests and 3 arrests, no convictions, just because I literally just started doing this 6 weeks ago. It hasn't even been 6 weeks ago, so I'm very new to it. But so yeah, if you go to my earlier videos, you'll see the arrests on video. But the point that I'm trying to make is I work with 4 county detectives in New Jersey. Now, if you see, not my last 3 catches, not my last 4 catches, but around catch number 5, 6, and 7. If you see those catches, whenever I do go live, there is a troll. He'll call in. He'll try to fuck up my catch. He doesn't just do it to me. He does it with some of the other poachers as well. It's literally a group of people, I'm not going to get into who they are, that try to fuck with not just predator poachers New Jersey, but all the other poachers as well.
Can you tell me
it's been an ongoing thing
Can you
for
tell
like
me
a
the
month.
name
Now,
of,
anyway,
can you tell me,
hold on,
time out. Can you tell me the name of one detective you work with?
Absolutely. Detective Rodriguez.
Which police department's that?
Union.
The Union Police Department. So if I called Detective Rodriguez at the Union Police Department
Bro,
tomorrow.
I have posted multiple stories of me inside his office. Yes, people know that I have put in over 40 hours working with detectives behind the scenes. Now, here's the issue. The reason why when people call the cops, the trolls call the cops during a live catch, the reason why I don't tell the cops on the spot is because I'm not going to satisfy what the trolls are there to do. That's number one. But most importantly, number two, and you could see this during my I think it was like 5 catches ago it happened. There was a dude who admitted on camera while I was confronting him that he had sex with a 13-year-old boy, 12-year-old boy, 14-year-old boy. He admitted to having sex 5 times with underage boys on camera during my confrontation. Cops got involved. I did what I normally do, which is tell the cops, hey, he's here to have sex with a 13-year-old boy. In that situation, hey, he's here to he's admitted to having sex with 5 underage boys, and he was here to have sex with a 13-year-old boy.
Were you arrested?
Cops did nothing.
Were you arrested?
Let me explain to you.
Were you arrested by the Union Police ever?
What's that?
Have you ever been arrested by the Union Police?
One time. That was actually during one of my catches.
Oh,
they hit me with obstruction because I refused to ID. I'm gonna get into that because there's a story that leads up to that part. But what the cops did, the reason why they would not arrest the predator, their mindset was, hey, we're in the middle of a pandemic right now. We know that you have, been in talks with our detective. We know that you have a good relationship with him. Just give him the chat log, give him the evidence. He's going to look at it with his team of detectives, and then they'll present it to the prosecutor. Prosecutor will present it to a judge, and then if there's enough evidence,
question.
Have you been? So they don't arrest the predators because of the pandemic.
Why were you arrested for bringing heroin into a courthouse?
Oh my God. Okay, so we're gonna get into that.
Yes, we're gonna get into that.
We'll get into that, brother. Listen, Turtle, I've literally never heard of you till yesterday, and I believe you felt some type of way because I believe one of my moderators blocked you when you were in my chat. If I knew that you were not a troll, definitely my moderator wouldn't have blocked you. So if you were in it to genuinely ask questions, obviously you would have never been blocked. So I'll definitely unblock you. But
what about the heroin arrest? Tell me about the heroin arrest for trying to bring
Right, I'm going to answer that. So to answer your question, right, 3 years ago, first of all, the situation was well over 3 years ago. If you check my record,
2 years ago,
that completely got dismissed.
But why did it happen in the first place?
Now, the reason why the arrest even occurred, Turtle, let me explain. The reason why the arrest even occurred, okay, and there's literally evidence, there's video evidence of this. I was in my ex-girlfriend's town, okay. I used to drive to her town to see her. Yeah. And one night I was driving, got pulled over, got a traffic ticket. I think it was for tinted windows, whatever. I had to go to court. I wanted to fight it because my windows weren't that
Why did you bring heroin into the courthouse? Why were you arrested for that?
I
don't give a shit about the whole background. I don't care. I don't care about the whole story. It's like
okay, so if you're gonna ask me a question and not give me the chance to answer your question, then I'm gonna hop off the live. Show me some respect, just like I'm.
I don't have any respect for you. Why would I show you respect?
You don't even know me, brother. Have you ever talked to me in your life?
I've seen you. I've seen you in action. I don't like it. I don't like the way you handle things. I think you fucking gave Jay a bad reputation and brought...
it's funny because people are saying it's the complete opposite, even though I got nothing but love and respect for my guy Jay. Listen, his fans are going to talk shit. My fans were talking shit. We got nothing but love and respect for each other. So honestly, anyone who has an issue with that, I honestly don't give a flying fuck. It was a collab. It was not my fault. It was not his fault. It was the fucking trolls' fault that I've been telling you have been fucking with
I'm not a fan
as a whole.
And as I said, I don't really care. I completely, and I went on their stream yesterday and told them this. I disagree with what they did. I think it's completely wrong. However, I do think their beef with you is legitimate because you are compromising. First of all, you're making it all about you. Like, you fucked up. You did not tell the police.
What do I do different? What do I do any different than any of the other poachers?
Okay, this is what you do. Watch this.
Name one thing that I do different than any other predator catcher does not do. Because, quite frankly, the reason why my channel has been blowing up is because of my ability to get these predators to self-incriminate themselves.
Wrong. This is
But
why
go ahead.
your channel is. Here's the police when they
It's
arrive.
a troll. It's a troll. It happens.
You have a
all the
predator
time. It's
right
like
there
a
with
theater
you.
From the West Coast, they'll call the cops whenever we're
And you
live.
failed to tell them,
Just make
I'm
up
standing next to a fucking
Just try to
pedophile. You
press
forgot to mention that to the police.
The police knew what he
Oh,
was there
yeah,
for.
they knew about it. Oh,
Watch the
sure
la-
thing.
Listen, brother, listen. Watch the video that I dropped today. I caught 3
Okay.
predators in that same night. That department is not going to arrest those predators on the spot because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
They tell you to go to their detective and hand over the evidence, the chat logs, so that they could get a warrant. They're not gonna arrest him.
Okay.
I don't give a fuck.
They are
how
gonna
much
arrest him.
evidence
Okay.
I had.
Here's a
They're
quote
not
from you.
gonna arrest
Here's
these
a quote from you.
predators
This
in
is you
those
talking.
counties because of the pandemic.
This is you talking to the guy, to the pedophile's wife. You're saying, so I'm telling you, the lesson could have been that he could have gotten arrested and his life could have gotten destroyed. I didn't do this because I didn't want to ruin his children's lives and his wife's life. So basically, you're telling her that I did not call the cops because I didn't want to ruin this child fucker's life, and you're making yourself out to be the fucking hero. You realize that, right?
Okay, so let me explain that specific catch. I didn't say I wasn't gonna go to the police and report him. I simply said if they were to show up tonight, that I would not turn him in, because I knew even if I was to turn him in, he would not have had been arrested on the spot because of the pandemic. I made a deal with him. I was like, listen, if the cops show up out of nowhere, because I know the trolls do fucking call, I'm not going to tell them what you were here to do. Whether or not he had called his wife, I wasn't going to mention anything because the cops would have just wasted 45 minutes. No arrests would have occurred. What happens is they would have told me the same thing, okay, which has happened during my last 6-7 catches. Because we are in the middle of a fucking pandemic, we're not gonna arrest these guys. You need to go
Bullshit.
into county
I don't believe that for a
detective
fucking
and give
second.
him the
I don't
evidence.
believe that for a fucking second that the police aren't going to arrest
Go
pedophiles.
watch my videos, bro. It has happened literally over 4 fucking catches. It has happened.
Oh, yeah,
During
definitely.
my last few catches, I'm not gonna fucking lie to you, bro. Watch my first few catches before the pandemic. Every fucking cop that showed up, I would literally, hey, he's here to have sex with a 13-year-old boy. Give them the report. Give them this. Give them that. Go down to the PD. Sit with the detective from fucking.
Let me ask you,
3 in the morning.
So if somebody robs a bank, if somebody robs a bank, are the police not going to arrest them because of the pandemic?
That's a completely different situation.
It's not a completely
different situation. Listen,
it's just as serious of a crime.
If you have these kind of questions,
You're full
you
of
can
shit.
take it up
You're
with
full
the
of
PD.
shit.
I'll tell you what. I'm gonna prove my point once and for all. Pull up my channel. I'm gonna show you where this first started. Where
I don't give a shit
instead
about
of
that.
arresting the predators, they respond, "Hey, we're in the middle of a pandemic, so we're not gonna arrest them on the spot."
Sure thing.
You want to watch the first video where this first started?
No, I don't. I think you're a liar. I think you're a fraud. I think you're in this for the money. I think you hurt Jay's reputation, and that's where I take particular issue with it. And I think you bring drama with you, which is these other people who troll you and call the cops on you that Jay doesn't need. And I think you're hurt because Jay does good work.
They do it to all the other poachers, my guy. They do it to all the other fucking poachers. They do it to anybody in the organization. They do it to. Crazy thing is this, Turtle. I have never spoken a fucking word to any of those trolls in my fucking life, bro. They literally started this beef
I know. They
with
don't
other
like you.
catchers from the other organization and then started targeting me. They target the other catchers. They have even targeted Jay before. And you sitting here being fucking biased saying, oh, you fucked up the whole operation because you were live streaming?
Yes.
Jay was live streaming the same exact amount that I was live streaming. We were both live inside that house.
Okay. Bottom line here is that Jay had a perfectly good reputation. Jay never set up fucking trap houses and did anything like that until you came along and all of a sudden shit changed up. So bottom line is I don't believe a lot of the things you're saying right now. I think you are a fraud. I think you're a con artist.
It is on video, bro. Don't take my word for it. The proof is in the fucking pudding, bro.
Yeah.
They're literally on.
Does Leah want to call up?
If you knew who I was as a person, if you knew how many fucking hours I put into this, how many fucking hours I put behind the cameras working with fucking detectives, bro, to get these motherfuckers arrested and convicted, you wouldn't be talking crazy the way you are right now.
I think you're lying. You know I'm not fucking stupid,
this
right?
Without knowing how many fucking hours I put behind the camera to get these motherfuckers arrested and convicted, bro. The reason why everybody was rocking with me from day one is because of the amount of hours and hours and hours I put behind the fucking cameras working with detectives.
Okay,
bro,
I'm gonna let you go.
To get these guys convicted.
I'm gonna let you go.
Don't you dare say I'm in it for the fucking money, because that's the last thing. I'm in it for the money. There's other ways to make fucking money, bro.
Okay.
I don't need the fucking
like selling
money.
heroin. Selling heroin's one way to do it for sure, definitely.
What's that?
Selling heroin is another way to make money. Maybe you should stick to that.
What the fuck are you talking about? If you check what I've been convicted of, I've never been convicted of a fucking heroin charge. It got dismissed.
Okay.
Because the thing is, you didn't even let me explain what happened.
I don't give a shit. I don't want to hear the details. This isn't the Raimi story. You got your own channel.
No. Yeah. Did I get convicted of it? No. It fucking got dropped.
Yeah, but you did get arrested for it.
Dropped. It doesn't fucking matter.
It does matter.
It does matter. They saw I picked up a wallet that was.
Dude, you've been arrested. Here, I'm taking a call right now from an actual former. Leah, how are you doing? Is douchebag still with us? Is Raimi still there? Did we lose him? Leah, can you turn the volume down?
I just did.
Okay, so Leah's a former state trooper, and you had some insight to add to this.
Yeah, so this guy doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. There's a thing called reasonable suspicion, and then it goes to probable cause. Okay, so regardless if a pandemic is going on or it's not going on, no matter what, this guy's going to get arrested due to the situation at hand.
Yes.
It's not like, oh, there's a fucking virus, we're going to let you go. That's not how it works.
Yes.
It's not how it fucking works.
Of course not. I mean, he's full of shit, obviously. I knew he was lying to me. It's like he got mad. He starts yelling at the end. Because that's what people do when they're wrong. They just start yelling. I mean, if you get arrested for bringing heroin into a courthouse, I'm sorry, that's unexplainable. That's not something you can be like, oh, well, remember that time? And it was dismissed. I don't care about the details of it. You got arrested for it. That's fucking weird, you know?
Yeah. So now all of a sudden he's going to think that he's like this big hardo, like, I know law enforcement. Like, this guy doesn't have a fucking CJ and anything for a degree. So it's like, you're just going to all of a sudden turn up and act like you know what the fuck you're doing. That's why, like, nothing's sticking right now, because he doesn't know what he's doing. You have to go by the book, and you have to do it by the numbers. You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
It's just like, it's too much. It's too much.
Yes, I agree. So these guys are basically fraud. So basically what you're saying is he's full of shit when he says that they wouldn't arrest somebody during the COVID panic.
They will 100% arrest somebody during the COVID. Like you said, like, so if somebody goes and, like, tries to rob a fucking bank, they're going to be like, oh, no, we can't touch you right now because you have a disease. No, that's not, like, that's not how it goes.
Yes, exactly.
That's not how it works.
Completely full of shit. Let's see.
I agree.
All right. So anyway, anything else to add to that?
No, I mean, the thing with, like, the Predator, like, Jay, like, I like what he's doing. I do. Like, I think it's fucking awesome, but he definitely needs to get somebody that's, like, somebody with background in law enforcement. It's kind of tell him, like, how to do it by the books. You know what I mean? Like, how to make sure this shit stands concrete. And especially the fact that, like, if this dude goes to court and goes to testify, he's going to get fucking massacred by defense attorneys. So it's like, he needs to learn, like,
he is doing
there's a lot more to it.
In Jay's defense, he is doing that. He's actually speaking with police officers beforehand. He's working with them. He got that guy in Marlboro. It was a really good catch. The guy that's, like, admitted to, like, fucking a lot of kids and stuff like that. So it's a learning process. And my whole thing was stop associating with the douchebags. That's all I was saying. You know what I mean? The Remy guy's gonna, because that guy's a joke. You heard him. That guy's not going to help your reputation. You know,
he's going to get arrested himself. If he keeps it up. I mean, like, he's just going to keep fucking up, and something's going to happen. And, like, I don't know. Everything that Jay needs to stay away from those people and just, you know what I mean? Like, do what he's doing. He's doing a great job, but like you said before, like, do it alone. You know what I mean? Or do it with people that know what the fuck they're doing.
Exactly.
You know.
Exactly.
So.
All right.
I don't know.
Cool. Well, thank you for coming on. Kind of pressed for time here. Like, other people want to call in. People are saying, oh man, I'm telling you, people are saying I want a threesome. I can't even read it. It's inappropriate.
Why? Is this real life?
Yes, this is real life. No Short Turtle Babe says it. She's hot too, so you'd like that.
Yeah, well, we said we should do a live show with you together.
Yes, absolutely.
That's what she meant by threesome.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, all right. So. I got ahead of myself. All right, cool.
All right. Well, good talking to you.
Yes, you too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, so here's the deal, predator poacher people out there. I just you know, I don't want to turn this into predator poacher out. You know, like we had this woman. Okay, is this Jay calling? Okay, we're gonna take Jay for like 2 minutes, and we're gonna take him on real quick. Jay, are you there?
Oh, I see. Okay, well, all right. I got ahead of myself. All right, cool. Well, yes, you too. Bye bye.
Volume down, Jay.
All right. Yeah. So here's the deal. Oh shit, let me turn this down. I just. Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's happening, man? We're kind of pressed for time, so let's keep. I don't want to rush it, but we got to keep it short here. So what's going on? What do you got? What do you got?
Huh?
What do you got? What do you want to say?
No, did you watch my last catch? No.
I haven't had a chance to. Was it good?
It was actually, I think, one of my favorite ones. Like just by speaking wise, and just to see my growth from there to the beginning just amazes myself.
Okay.
I think I'm doing crazy, but no, I just wanted that guy that I just caught in that video too. I did talk to the detective yesterday. They actually, when I got off the phone with the detective, he was actually walking into the police station to give his interview or whatever, because he waived his rights to come and talk without a lawyer like an idiot. Did you read the article about the cop too?
I know the cop has been charged criminally.
No, there was an article that Mass Live put out.
Yeah.
They got a bunch of new information. They put him under a 24-hour surveillance.
Really?
And the night before he was supposed to go in and do the interview, they had him under surveillance. So in the morning when he woke up, they followed him when he was supposed to be on his way to the police station. He made a pit stop, pulled over in the middle of the woods, got out of his car, went and dumped the bag in the woods. So once he pulled off, the detectives went into the woods. They recovered the bag, and then he went into the police station. He waived his rights to speak to them. He started to lie in the beginning and said he was going to Walmart for toilet paper. He made a quick stop to stop at that store, and that's when he said some man approached him. And then he admitted to everything and told them he was really there to meet a 14-year-old that he was talking to for like over a week, 7 days, obviously.
Wow.
I was talking to him. They found in the bag, it was a sex toy and lubrication.
And this is all in Mass Live.
He
Mass
admitted
Live
to using.
Wow.
Yeah, the article is amazing. I put it on my channel and I read it earlier. It was fucking crazy.
I'm gonna have to read that. I haven't had a chance to read it. I've been kind of busy today, but that's pretty wild, man.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking wild and crazy. So
yeah. So
I've been doing my thing. Don't worry, and I'm just gonna stay focused and do it.
Yeah.
I've been doing it.
Yeah. Well, I got your back,
and I'm
man.
literally doing. I'll tell you what. Even the cop yesterday, the detective told me, he said, Jay, I just want to tell you, have you ever had law enforcement? I'm like, no, why? And I thought he was gonna tell me to go get some or something, but he's like, because you honestly asked the same exact questions I would have asked, and I just want to tell you, you're doing an amazing job, and it's just, it was great hearing that from somebody.
Yeah. Well, stay humble. Keep doing the good.
That much power.
Keep doing the good stuff. And,
yeah, man. I just wanted to call in for a minute, man. Everybody wanted me to call in, so I just wanted to call in.
Yeah.
Call in, man.
Well, thanks, man.
Love y'all.
All right. Have a good night, buddy. Appreciate it.
All right, man.
Peace.
All right.
All right, so the Murder Merc people, I don't know, they said they wanted to call in. I don't want to turn this into a Bristol situation where we get fixated on, like, I don't want the predator poachers to become the new freaking auditors. You know what I mean? Like, Turtle Boy, people come here because the content is diverse. We do a lot of different things. And if we get too fixated on one topic, right, that not everybody else is that interested in, we lose the focus of what we're trying to do here. See what I'm saying? Like we do all the subjects and not just one subject here. So I don't want to get too. And I did talk to those guys earlier, and it's getting kind of late. So why don't we just stop now? Okay. If those guys want to, we can do another freaking show with the Murder Merc people sometime. But we've had a long night. If anybody else has any questions, you can ask me for like 2 more minutes. Then we're gonna call it a night because it's getting kind of late. And fucking Laura's up. It's like fucking 4 a.m. I also wanted to thank the people who have donated. I haven't had a chance to. David Druid says, because Turtle Riders are still hashtag drenched for David. You got that right. M Job says to hang up on David. Call Brett. Yeah, Brett's the fucking best. I love Brett. AJ Bodes says keep fighting. Thank you, AJ Bodes. Tina Lawrence says to help pacify the pathetic lawyer in court. Yeah, and Romy says, I want to have a private phone call with you off live. Yeah, we can talk after, definitely. To help pacify the pathetic lawyer in baby court. Thank you very much. KB says, please, no more Dave calling in. So, Dave, if you're listening right now, people are literally giving me money to make sure you never come back again. And Suzanne, conversely, says, let's have a sports show with Dave. So they've kind of offset each other there. So there's that. Yeah. If you guys have any more questions or anything like that, now's the chance to ask them. I didn't want to miss anyone. I like to get all donors in because without you guys, we got nothing here. It's great. It's been a great fucking show tonight, I'll tell you that much. We survived calling in. Over under wins. I would say definitely over. I think the Patriots are going to win 9 or 10 games this year. That's my guess. I vote for me and North Shore Turtle Babe on next time. Guys, you have Leah. That's going to turn people on way too much if you two on together. Whew. But yeah, maybe we can do that. People are going to need a cold shower after that one. All right. Yeah, Dave had no idea what he was doing. Some people told him to come on Twitter, and he's like, wait a minute, I'm the fucking co-host? What do I do? What's going on here? Yeah, he did not survive. Turtle Boy. M. Job says 5 wins at most. I think you're crazy if you think a Belichick team... Actually, a Belichick team has won 5 games in New England, so what am I saying? His first year here. What did Nikki win? I mean, she's going to go down in history as... Can we get a Mount Rushmore meme from Laura? That'd be, or anybody? We got of the 4 Ratchet Madness champions, Dee Dee, Ryan Waters, Trash Lasapio, and now her on there. Yeah. That'd be great. So, I mean, Nikki deserved it. Nikki was, I completely agree with the voters. You guys did a great job reading, researching. You picked a fucking goddamn terrible, evil, ratchet-ass woman who deserved to go down as Ratchet Madness. So, great fucking job. I just want to say that. Great fucking job. All right. Anyway, so I guess we're going to call it a night, guys. Great fucking show. I mean, we've got 171 people still here. It's like 11:15. Holy shit. You don't get this kind of content anymore, Mo. Thanks for listening to the freaking freestyle. And I sang tonight. That's a first. I sang. What was worse? What was better, my singing or my rapping? What am I better at? Seriously. What am I better at? Singing or rapping? Who won? Nikki won. I have to go look at the exact percent, but Nikki won. Good song tonight, people are saying. Great, let's see. Your singing sucked. Everybody's saying rap, rap. Okay, so the singing was terrible. I'm not a singer. I'm off key, but I made it work. I feel like. That was good. It was all to avoid the copyright. So, anyway, we will call it a night then, guys, and I love you all. Appreciate all the help and the support. And like I said, this show is shit without you guys. All right? Peace, Turtle Riders.